And good Saturday morning, everybody. Great to have you with us once again. How you doing, brother?
Doing okay, man. Running a little bit behind, but I got in here before the bell sounded, or maybe I
If
don't know
it,
what
if
time. What time is it? Let's see. It's 10:03. Well, the bell sounding is 10:05 for us, so yeah, I got here on time.
yeah, you're on time. I was gonna say, man, we're on time.
Yeah, I had to get my coffee, man.
Absolutely. I've got vanilla eggnog today.
Always already ready for the holiday season. Look at
Oh
that.
yeah, I love this. They only have it for a short time. They put out this vanilla eggnog, and it's oh man, it is so good. So whenever I see it, man, snatch it up, keep a couple in the fridge just for later on, you know. But
You doing okay? Other than the family sickness?
yeah, we're hanging in there. We did go to the doctors, found out a little more about the sciatica. They took some X-rays and they took some they want me to do some physical therapy. They're also looking at some kind of a steroid pill or something like that. So I don't know. So we just we just go day to day.
It's better for you, man. Oh,
Thank you.
and this talk reminds me. I know we hadn't heard from our buddy Rob Brown in a little bit.
Yes.
And usually I had, me and him will talk maybe at least once a week or so, or at least chat on Facebook or something. But I hadn't heard from him, and you know how you get a message on Facebook, but it's not your contacts. So a lot of times I won't think much about it unless somebody I don't know or something.
Right.
But it was Rob Brown's son, Robbie, and I said, well, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. I didn't know who it was. And he said, Rob wanted me to tell him to let me know that he was in the hospital. And I asked him what was wrong. And I don't know the details yet, but he had some form of cellulitis in his leg,
Oh,
and
ouch.
he had got transferred to Lafayette, Georgia, for some rehab. That's all I know right now. I hadn't tried Rob's cell phone yet, and I need to talk to Robbie to see what's going on. But everybody, please throw out some prayers or some good vibes, or however your way is for our brother Rob Brown for a speedy recovery. And I'll get
Absolutely.
more details later. Maybe put up a video, uh, maybe knowing more about Rob's condition. So, any prayers and good thoughts are appreciated.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Keep us in the loop. Uh, I used to work with a very good friend who had dealings with cellulitis in his leg, and it could turn out to be quite a very serious thing
Yeah,
if you don't get it taken care of and they can't get it under control. So uh, we're sending prayers and good thoughts your way, Rob. Hope you get better very soon, my friend.
yeah. I'm gonna try to get some more details later, but for now, just everybody kind of send some good thoughts his way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, what do you say we bring in the peanut gallery and see what they're up to today?
Let's do that very thing.
All right, let's go. And good morning to everybody in the peanut gallery. Great to have you with us once again.
Yeah, how's everybody doing this fine Saturday?
Hope it's warmer where you guys are than where I'm at.
Yeah, it's just a tad chilly where you are.
Oh yeah. She's a little cold down here in the old basement today, but that's all right. We'll get the wood stove going in a little while, and we'll have her up to 70, 80 in here by 7 o'clock tonight. That be nice and toasty.
Sounds like a plan.
So, all right, let's get right to it and see what's going on with the peanut gallery. Let's start them off like we always do. As always, we've got Anthony Purdue starting us off with his
All
childhood
right.
comic book memory. So let's get right into it. Let's see. He says, "Good morning, Peanut Pears, Mr. Hanrohan, and the Martian Chronicles. My seventh grade English teacher, Mr. Hanrohan, really cared about teaching. Every Wednesday and Friday before the end of class,
He would give us a reading. Wednesday's a short story. Friday's something from Greek mythology. When it came time to do book reports, he had a list of ABC level books. We would
take 100 questions exam on. He added the Martian Chronicles to his list of A books. Being a Ray Bradbury fan, that was an easy choice for me. It was impressed. He was impressed with my choice.
because he considered it a very challenging book. The next week in class, we all took our book report exams, and while we were waiting for our papers to be corrected, we studied.
For our next assignment, all of a sudden, with a great excitement and a big smile on his face, Mr. Hanrahan called the class to attention. He was waving a paper in his hand like a proud father.
He announced that I had gotten 99 out of 100 questions right on my exam, a record achievement, he said. He was really making a big deal about it. I was embarrassed because everyone was staring at me.
As the cause of his unusual behavior, he was really surprised with it. He really surprised us with his reaction. At the end of class, he again congratulated me on my record achievement. He was really proud. He really cared.
I have never forgotten Mr. Hanrahan and the Martian Chronicles.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
great
you once
story.
again, Anthony, for another great memory.
Yeah, that Martian, I love that book. You know, of course, it's been reprinted over and over. It's been in comic form over and over. There was a TV miniseries back in the '70s had Rock Hudson, and Roddy McDowell, and all these people in it that I cherish. You know, I bought it on DVD when it came out, but when I bought it, I failed to see that it wasn't in our region, so I couldn't play it. So I had to buy another DVD for Region One so I could watch all of it. But you know, I love that miniseries. I love the books, which you know the stories are written probably like the late '40s, early '50s, and they
Mm.
were like little short stories, and they were kind of all you know put in the one book, and then they took it from those in the miniseries. And it's I think they had some other attempts at doing that, like in TV series and stuff like that, in movies, but really the one from the '70s is still my favorite.
Mm. I recognize the title, the Martian Chronicles, and I want to say I remember some kind of either a TV miniseries or something
Yeah,
like that.
it was on TV. Yeah, it was on TV first. You know, back when we were kids.
Yeah, a long time ago, if I remember. But I could not tell you. My memory is shot. I couldn't tell you anything about the story or the characters or anything like that. But it sounds like Anthony, he took up the Martian Chronicles and did all right for himself there.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was a great story.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us once again, Anthony. Appreciate it so much, as always. And then let's see what else we got. Oh, well, we know what's coming up next. That's right. It's Easy Comic Reader and his styling musical comic stylings of the day. And this week he's got a challenging one for us. It's to the theme from Shaft.
Now
And
see, he gives me no advance notice anymore. I can work something up on the base, and this is a great one. I was like, just let me know. Just let me know.
oh, all right. You ready to give this a try?
We'll see.
All right. He says, good morning, everyone. Dedicated to the meanest, toughest, rootinest, tootinest hombre in the peanut gallery. Werewolf, I believe he means werewolf by lunchtime. He says to the tune of Shaft by Isaac Hayes. All right.
All right.
We got
Who's the werewolf? That's a love machine with all the chicks. Wolfie, you dang right.
All right.
Who is the man that would sink his teeth into his brother, man? Wolfie.
Wolfie.
Can you dig it? Who's the cat that won't cop out when there's danger all about?
Rico.
Rico. Right on.
There we go.
Yeah. Werewolf by night. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
You did him proud. You did him proud.
Yeah, I don't even know if I was in tune, man.
I don't think I could get my voice that low. So, oh my gosh. Easy. Thank you once again, man, for another great one. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm sure Werewolf will love it as well.
Yep.
Too much fun. Oh my gosh. Thank you once again. Easy. Appreciate it. Yeah, let's see here. Hold on. I keep losing my place here this morning. I know you guys would find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
That's right. We've got Maranya, lady, the Baroness of the Blue Ranch, with us once again.
The wielder of the wrench. She's a bad mamma jamma.
Maranya, how you doing today? Let's see what she says. She says, great story as always, Anthony. Ray Bradbury is one of my favorite authors. Also, Fahrenheit 451, which I do remember.
That's another great book and a great movie, too, from the 70s. Yeah, love it.
Yeah. I remember having to read that, and I'm like, why do I have to read that? And then after reading it was like, oh, that was a pretty good story.
Pretty good story, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess sometimes the teachers did know what they were talking about.
Yeah. Bradbury was the master of sci-fi. And Ron says, great job as always, ECR. Another soulful chair dancing hit. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Thank you guys so much for your contributions to the show. We really appreciate them every week, and I know everybody looks forward to them. And Maranya says, good morning to Rod, Shannon, the Peanut Gallery, the Nuts of the Day, the Foofs, the studio audience, and Maranya's legion of peanut pets. Speaking of peanut pets, I didn't get a chance to add the latest edition on, but I will get that done this weekend, so we will have it next week. So I just want to apologize for not getting that done. I just ran out of time. So
we'll let it slide this time. Watch it.
Here we go we got I Am One of Us with us once again. Thank you so much, sir.
Glad you could join us.
He says, good morning to everyone and a good morning to you. Hope your Saturday's starting off well. The beginning of the weekend.
And Comic Book Curator 68's in the house.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Everybody, Jeff said, good morning, my friend. Just stopped in to say hi, and we'll look to enjoy the show later today. Thank you guys, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, man, for swinging by. Appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Hey, Maranya says, good morning to I Am One of Us and CBC. Enjoy the replay, she says.
And August Aesthetic is here. Double A's in the house.
Double A's.
Yeah, glad to have you.
Cool beans, cool beans. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us. Maranya says, greetings to August.
And the Jackson Roy Kirk is in the house. Yeah, he was waiting for that too. Shut your mouth.
Absolutely. Everybody knows the shaft. And August says, thank you, Lady M.
And Ron says, we was talking about Wolfie.
Yeah, that's it. And Michael Taylor is with us once again. Hey, Michael, great to have you with us.
Hey, Michael. Yeah, it was a change of plans, and actually Shannon was here today. Yeah, our work got canceled and probably put off till next month, so there'll probably be another Saturday that I'll have to work, but not really complaining about it since I get to be here.
And it's great to have you because I gotta be honest with you. When you told me you sent me that message saying, "Hey, they canceled my work," I was like, I was dancing in my living room.
Yeah, that's a picture I'm going to try to put out of my head. But thank you.
Well, I didn't say it was pretty. Oh, and Maranya says, "Oh, that's right, a possible solo flight for the Rod Man today." Yeah, no, it's not today. I got
I
my
can leave and just watch the replay, and you can do it all. I mean, that's
no,
fine.
no. Oh man,
And Michael Taylor says, fantastic as always, ECR.
absolutely correct.
Yeah, great stuff.
Absolutely. Tempest from Mars is with us once again. How you doing, Tempest?
Hey, TPM, glad to see you.
He's saying, afternoon, everyone, and a good afternoon to you. Hope your day is going well. And
I'm going to
go right ahead.
Hello to Maranya, Valconen. Have fun.
Ooh. And Maranya says, good morning from this side of the pond, TFM.
And Rob's in the house. Cheap comic collector. Good morning, Rob.
How you doing, Rob? Great to have you with us, man.
As always. And he said, good morning to everyone.
Cool beans. The Jackson Roy Kirk says, morning, Michael, Lady M, August, CBC, I am, and afternoon, Tempest. He covered them all.
And Jackson saying, Triple C.
That's it. And Maranya says, good morning to Triple C.
And Jackson Roy Kirk, wait, is this a rerun? Oh, my God, I hope not. Who would want to watch this again?
Michael Taylor. Oh, Shannon is here today. Hey, Shannon.
And Tipper says, all right, Maranya, Jackson.
Maranya says, it's RST, Rod Standard Time. So we're right on schedule. There you go. Yep. They're used to it by now.
Says, Shannon, I thought you were out today. Good to see you, amigo. Thank you, kind sir. I'm glad to be here.
Nobody is more happy to see him than yours truly. Michael Taylor says, I love me some eggnog. Oh, yeah. Vanilla eggnog, baby, right there. By Hood. I don't know if it's available throughout the country, but boy, if it is, I highly recommend it because it is yummy.
And Maranya says, I love eggnog too. Hey there, Songmeister ECR.
The Jackson Roy Kirk says, if you can take the steroid, that should help. Well, the trouble with the steroids is they got to watch because they can create fluid in my lungs and heart. So that's the drawback on those. But hopefully they can find some kind of confection or whatever it is that will that'll get the job done. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. Thank you, Jackson. I appreciate that.
And ECR saying hello, Maranya.
Michael Taylor says, I know you'll get back to 100%. Yeah, we're getting there, but it's taking a lot long. Although I did, I got to, not that this is turning into the Rod Medical Hour or anything, but I did have a doctor's appointment yesterday, and I did get great news from my doctor that a lot of my levels that they're looking for with regards to my kidneys and stuff are the levels are going down, which is good. It's a good thing. So, yeah, I was real psyched. Because I was afraid that they weren't because of the way I was feeling. But they said, no, you're doing good. Keep it going. So, yeah, baby.
And Maranya says, oh, no, I'm sending good vibes and prayers to Rob. Yeah, absolutely. I was kind of wondering why I hadn't heard from him in a while. Usually, we'll chat maybe once a week or so and hadn't heard from him. And then, like I say, I got the message and I didn't get to see it till, like last night. But like I say, I'm sure Rob appreciates everybody's thoughts and prayers, and that he'll be on the road to recovery and get back home soon. Yeah,
I usually catch up with him on Facebook, but I haven't really been on a whole lot of social media lately. So I'm glad you stay in touch with him and gave us the information. So yes, we are definitely sending prayers and thoughts your way, Rob. And Maranya says, take your meds, Rod. You need to be with us for a long time. Well, thank you, Maranya. Appreciate that. We're going to do our best.
Yeah. And Michael says, Rob, feel better. Absolutely.
Yes, yes, yes. And Easy Reader says he's giving prayers for old Rob. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Greatly appreciate that. I'm sure Rob appreciates it.
And Michael Taylor saying hi to Jackson.
Maranya says, good morning to you, Jackson.
And Jackson getting more prayers for Rob. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Higgy Pop.
Hey, what's going on, Higgy?
Good morning, Higgy. How you doing, brother? He says hello to everybody. And a hello to you, sir.
Absolutely. And Jackson's saying, Higgy, Higgy, Higgy.
And Maranya's saying, Higgy Pop, know the bell. How are you and Hawk Dog doing today? We want to know.
We do want to know. And Higgy Pop says, hi, Maranya. Hawk Dog is doing well and says hello.
There we go.
I can hear him barking his approval in the background.
And Maranya says, it's 54 degrees here. I'll send you warm thoughts, Rod. Well, I appreciate that, Maranya. Believe me, it was 48, I think, when I turned on the computer this morning down here. And it's only gone up like 3 degrees. And I think that's because of me down here breathing.
And ECR, it's a chilly 73 down here in sunny South Texas.
Oh, man.
Rubbing it in. Rubbing it in.
I wish it was a chilly 73 up here, Mike. I really do, man. The Jackson Kirk says, get the old wood stove going. Throw a couple of Kirby books on that fire. Ooh.
Oh, God. Blasphemy. Who is this guy?
Oh, my gosh. No, we can't be throwing Kirby on there. Although it would give you a true Kirby crackle, right?
Right. And there's Don't Call Me Shirley by lunchtime. The subject of our song request here said, what's up, guys? I'm just trying to shake off my new stigma.
Oh, that's awesome. That's incredible. Great to have you with us, Werewolf or Shirley, whichever you choose to go by. Hey, no judgment zone here. And Maranya says, good morning, Rico's human.
And he says, hey, Maranya, Rico was sleeping next to Nanny before she went to bed.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Then the Jackson Roykirk says, I need to dig out my DVDs of the Martian Chronicles. I found it dirt cheap years ago, but I've never watched it.
Yeah, it's a great little miniseries. Of course, as Rod said, we watched it when we were kids, and then I had to find it later when I found out it was on DVD. And like I say, if you're looking for special effects and sci-fi, just don't. But the story is great, so it's absolutely worth watching. Yeah.
Cool beans, cool beans.
And Jackson says NBC aired the miniseries, if I recall correctly. You are correct, sir.
And Double A says, besides the Martian Chronicles, I vaguely remember another one called Martian Odyssey, but different writer than Bradbury. I don't remember the writer's name. Are you familiar with that at all?
I don't think I've heard of that one. No.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it.
Out. Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely give us more information. Love it. Maranya says, go ahead.
That's right, Jackson. As Rod takes a slug of his
That's it. I was trying to sneak in a little sip of the eggnog. And Michael Taylor says, bravo, ECR and Shannon.
And Maranya says, Stanley G. Weinbaum. August is a short story called The Martian Odyssey. Oh, there we go.
Oh, cool beans. I'm not familiar with that at all. Might have to look that up. And Don't Call Me Shirley by lunchtime says, fantastic, Easy. I'm not going to get you no more. Laughing out loud.
And ECR says, thank you guys. Awesome. I thought you were out today, Brother Shen. Yeah, that was the plan, and the plan got changed a couple of days ago. So happy to be here.
Absolutely great to have him. And Easy Comic Reader says, thank you, Wolfie.
You know what that reminds me of? You remember the old Tex Avery cartoons with the wolf in them?
Yeah.
Had like the red-headed chicks like, oh, Wolfie, ain't you the one? You remember that?
Oh, no, we're going to start another one.
Oh, no. And Don't Call Me Shirley by Lunchtime says Rico also approves.
There we
All
go.
kinds of fans in the audience. Yeah.
That's the stamp of approval right there. Michael Taylor says the Queen of Thunder is the only one who can lift the wrench. There we go. And Crazy Hungarian
in the house. Hey, Joe. Good to see you. He says morning, Rod and Shannon, and of course the Peanut Gallery. Yeah. Yeah, Joe's been knocking it out of the park with these videos. I'm still trying to catch up. But off one of his videos, he said and I knew about the pilot, but I didn't know it was available to watch. From Smallville, it was supposed to be a spinoff of that with the guy that played Green Arrow on Smallville. They did the Aquaman pilot, and I actually got to watch that on Tubi last night. It's actually really good. I was like, oh man, why didn't they make this a show? You know, a little bit different take on the Sea King, but it's really worth watching.
Yeah, I remember when they did that. That was pretty cool. Great to have you with us, Joe. And yeah, I'm right there with you, Shannon. I got to catch up on, I think, his last one, or it might be the last two. I got to catch up on him. I got a lot I got to catch up.
Pretty prolific here lately. Yeah.
Every week I'm catching up.
Yeah.
So, hey, let's see.
Hey, Greg. Good to see you, buddy.
Great to have you with us, Greg. Hope your Saturday's going well, and thank you for spending it with us. He says good morning with a big old wave, and we're waving right back. So great to have you with us, sir.
And Marania says good morning, Hungarian.
And Double A says, thanks, Lady M. Yes, Wine Bomb. Didn't Marvel also do a black and white version of that story? I vaguely recall, he says.
They might have. I'm not sure. I know they did they had a magazine called Unknown Worlds of Science Fiction. It lasted 6 issues and an annual. And I think they did a comic book version of Day of the Triffids. And I'm not sure about the Martian Chronicles, but it's been a while. But it might have been in another magazine. So that's good info. Yeah, I'd like to see that if I don't have it already.
Yeah, we'll have to hunt that down and see if that's the case. That would be interesting to see. Crazy Hungarian. He says good morning to Maranya.
And Don't Call Me Shirley says you gave Mrs. Werewolf a big smile as well, Easy.
There it is, the big smile.
The big smile. Yeah, there it is. And Eric brings, Eric's in the house.
Professor, how you doing?
And surely Shannon Bradbury was a governor of sci-fi. Yeah, Shannon don't know what he meant.
Great to have you.
I'm still waiting for my coffee to kick in, Eric. So.
And Michael Taylor says hi to Eric.
And Maranya says August, A Martian Odyssey appears as a 26-page comic book adaptation by Ben Avery and George Sellis in the anthology Science Fiction Classics, Graphic Classics, Volume 17, published in 2009. Well, there we go. Thanks for that info, Maranya.
Yeah, she is right on top of it. Holy mackerel. Cool beans. Thank you so much for that, Maranya. Appreciate that. Dropping facts.
Yeah, forget Wrench Slinger. She's a gunslinger, man.
Yeah. And the professor, he says howdy to Michael.
And Maranya says omitting the pyramid building creatures. Okay.
She also says Shannon hasn't done a reading with us yet. So he hasn't been indoctrinated to all the reading rules yet, Eric. Yet.
Yeah. Maybe someday when I get some free time, man, I'd love to.
Hey, graphic man.
Hey, Michael. Glad to have you.
How you doing, Micah? Hope your Saturday's going well. He says, good morning, gentlemen, and a good morning to you, sir.
Sir. And Ron says, good morning to you, Micah.
Ranger Sly, our neighbor to the north, is joining us once again. Thank you so much, Ranger.
Absolutely, sir. Happy Saturday.
He says, good morning with maple syrup from Canada. I love it.
And Double A says, Maranya, the Odyssey version I saw was in a Marvel book that was in the 70s. Okay.
Cool
I probably had it. Just forgot about it.
Cool beans. And Don't Call Me Shirley by Lunchtime says, hi to Micah with a big wave.
And Michael saying hi to Micah.
And Maranya says, 2001 Space Odyssey was published by Marvel. Yes. Not sure about the version you mean, August. So we have some questions.
Inquiring minds want to know. And Michael saying, hey, Shirley. The laugh.
I am one of us says hi to Graphic Man, and he's laughing.
And Maranya says, good morning, Ranger. My husband loves maple syrup on his breakfast burritos.
Exactly what is a breakfast burrito? I want to know. Is it something special, or is it just a regular burrito that you eat for breakfast?
Yeah, it's just it's got the breakfast stuff inside of a burrito. Eggs and cheese and bacon and sausage and all that good stuff.
Oh, all the stuff that I don't eat.
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
Ranger Sly says, love that Hercules show in the video's thumbnail. As kids, we would pretend the tabs from soda cans were Hercules rings. I think that's another reason, along with Green Lantern, that I love collecting different type of rings and stuff like that, because that was on a kids show on Sunday mornings called Boomtown. It was a live action kids show,
right.
Western theme, and they used to show like Stingray, the Super Marionation. They'd show that. They'd show some cartoons, but they also showed Hercules, and that really stuck out to me when he puts that ring on and the rings come out, and it's just. Yeah, so I'm right there with you, Ranger Sly. Yeah, it was a pretty important piece of my childhood watching that. So very cool. Hey, Diabetic Superman.
Hey, he's in the house. He's saying, hey, Rod, Shannon, Chat, and Super Pets. Glad to have you, sir.
Yes, thank you so much for spending your Saturday morning with us. Appreciate it once again. August Aesthetic says, Lady M, the version I bought from the newsstand was the same Marvel book that adapted pulp stories. We're getting it nailed down.
We're getting there. And Marani says, good morning to DS and Shadow.
And Michael Taylor says, Hood eggnog is available by me. Yeah, if you get it, vanilla eggnog. Oh, it's yummy.
And Marani says, cool. I hope you can find a copy of it, August. Yeah, maybe we'll all want a copy of that.
Yeah. And Michael Taylor says, great to hear, Rod. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate that, my friend.
And ECR says, good news, Hot Rod. Absolutely.
Cool beans. We like it. And Ranger Sly says, only your husband, Maranya. What about you? Everybody loves genuine maple syrup, don't they? Absolutely.
And Double A says, as far as the wheel-shaped alien from Lensman, I remember the idea was borrowed for DC's Tommy Tomorrow. I wonder if Rod and Shannon remember that one because it's obscure. I do
Tommy
not.
Tomorrow.
I remember Tommy Tomorrow, but as far as the other thing, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Tommy Tomorrow, I remember. I know he was in. He did some issues in Showcase, yeah. But I don't. Was he a backup issue or like in Mystery in Space or something like that?
I'm thinking.
I can't remember.
He might have been in. Yeah, I remember some backups because I got some reprints. I don't have any of the original Showcase issues, but he might have been like in Action Comics in a backup, maybe, or I'm not sure. Adventure.
But
I'm kind of fuzzy on that one, so I'm sure somebody will tell us.
Absolutely. Well, we do remember the character.
Yeah, love the character.
Michael Taylor says Rod has the best medication. All things we love, comics. Yeah. You know, believe it or not, Michael, that is more true than you know, because this stuff helps me get through a lot sometimes. So you
Yeah.
aren't far from the truth, my friend.
And Ron says, I love maple syrup on waffles, pancakes, and Scrappy, Ranger.
Yeah, what is that? Now scrapple? I've heard that's another thing I've heard of. Do you know what
Or
that is?
Scrapple, I'm sorry, yeah. Yeah, that's sort of like a bread, like cornmeal patties, I guess, something like that. Or no, I know what she's talking about, but I can't really describe it. But it's some kind of, cornmeal bread
Mm.
product.
Because I like the waffles and the pancakes. I don't know about the scrapple. Usually with my breakfast, it's like pancakes and I like what they call home fries up here, which are potatoes just diced up and cooked on a grill. You know, and oh, that's so good with ketchup, yum, yum, and onions.
Yeah, we call those hash browns down here.
There you go.
No, I've heard them called everything. I like it all.
And Don't Call Me Shirley by Lunchtime says, stop sniffing comics, Rod. Follow me for more tips to better health. There we go.
And Rangers Life says, there you go, best sugar in the world.
Absolutely, Ranger. Michael Taylor says, I've been lucky so far this late into fall. It will be 60 degrees here today. Oh, man. 60 degrees would seem like a heat wave up here.
And Jackson says, he ain't I a stinker.
Maranya says, you realize this means war, Jackson.
And Jay Lewis in the house. Welcome, Jay.
Great to have you with us, Jay.
And he says, good morning, Rod and Shannon. Good morning to you, sir. Thanks
Yes,
for joining
good
us
morning
today.
to you. Hope everything's going well for you this Saturday. He says, Jackson, Maranya.
And Ron is saying, good morning, Jay.
And the Jackson Roykirk says, Jay.
And Michael says, there's a new Beatles documentary coming. Yes, there is. Beatles 64, when they first hit America. I just saw the trailer for that a few days ago.
Now, where is that going to be?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's coming out of theaters or it's going to be streaming somewhere. It might be on Disney. I'm not sure. But which I need to re-up my Disney thing because I don't get it any longer. So
yeah, me neither.
I saw the trailer for that a few days ago.
I'm getting worried because it seems like I'm being forced more and more now to buy more streaming things because I got rid of my Disney a couple years ago and I got rid of Netflix a year ago, and now Netflix is the one going to be carrying the WWE wrestling. So I've got to look at getting that. And of course, Disney, they're coming out with, I just read yesterday, they're going to have a Red Hulk series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is like, with Thunderbolt Ross, who is it? Harrison Ford playing Thunderbolt Ross, and he's going to be the Red Hulk.
Wow.
So
Crazy.
So it's like, oh, I want to see that.
Yeah.
Ranger Sly says, burning Kirby books. Maranya, can you kick the Jackson Roykirk guy? He obviously is crazy and has no taste in comics, he says.
And Michael Dell says by Scorsese. Yeah, Martin Scorsese is the one directing that one.
Oh, he's doing the documentary?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And don't tell me.
They call the Beatles in the Mafia.
And Don't Call Me Shirley by Lunchtime says, that's right, Michael. I will subscribe to Disney for 1 week just to watch it. Scorsese as well.
Yep.
Scorsese. I can't say
And the Jackson Roykirk says, yes, Big Red from Tex Avery's Red Hot Riding It. Absolutely. Yeah, he remembers. He brought us Droopy and Butch and all the great stuff that came out back then.
Absolutely. And Maranya says, good morning to Lead Paint.
And the Gray Man's in the house.
Hey, Gray Man. How you doing, sir? Hope everything's going well this Saturday morning over there across the pond. Well, now it's probably closer to noontime. Got to be noontime or so over there. So He says, "Howdy, cool beaniacs." Great to have you with us once again, Gray Man.
Absolutely, sir. And Miranda says, "Good morning, Gray Man, Lady Lisa, and Papalita Ballerina." Say that 10 times real fast.
Don't call me Shirley by lunchtime. He says, "Hey, Gray, you may have noticed a temporary sex change in his title."
And Michael Todd says, "Eric, you mean Shirley Shannon?"
The Gray Man, he's got a big smile going.
Yeah. And August says, "Yes, Shannon, I remember Unknown Worlds, but I'm referring to a black and white Marvel." Yeah, there was a color comic called Unknown Worlds, sci-fi, and then there was a black and white magazine called Unknown Worlds of Science Fiction that went 6 issues and an annual. Yeah.
Cool beans, cool beans. Hey, Missing Mars, Double M, how you doing this morning? Great to have you with us, sir. And he says, "Good morning, comic book junkies. Late night gig last night. Another one tonight. What did I miss?" Well, we haven't shown any comics yet. We've just been catching up with everybody. So you're right on time.
I know about the late night gigs. I've got one tonight.
There you go.
And Miranda says, "Good morning, MM and Ludwig."
And Miranda says, "Not much. We're knee deep in peanut gallery comments, Double M." Absolutely.
And Shirley says, "Jackson had a temporary sex change last week, but also seems back to normal apart from his voice."
Oh, poor Shirley. I mean, poor werewolf. Miranda says, "Breakfast burritos have eggs, sausage, potatoes, cheese, and so on. They are really good, too." Oh, there you go. Well, see now.
Rocky have some potatoes and cheese burritos.
There you go. Potatoes. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I got hooked on these. I started watching these little videos from this group over in England called the Spud Brothers. And they have a food truck. And they make cheese and beans, what they call cheese and beans. And it's a potato, a baked potato, sliced open with cheese put on it and then beans put on it. And it kind of all melts together. Man, that was, I was so fascinated and intrigued by that. I had to buy all the ingredients and do that. I love that. That was so yummy. Oh my gosh. So there you go. Just another little tidbit from my life that you didn't ask for.
And here we got Chip Creep Napalm.
There we go. Nice to have you with us, sir. Thank you so much for
joining us. Nothing but Saturday morning CBM with coffee. This reminds me of Saturday morning cartoons with cereal. That's what we're going for. That is what we're going for. That childhood memory, that childhood feeling of getting up and watching cartoons.
Except one of the highest compliments you could have paid us is right there, Chip Creek.
Right there, and you couldn't have found two more goofy cartoons than what you're looking at right now.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. And Miranda says, "Good morning to Napalm."
And Diabetic Superman says, "My sister had a ring that had the top open up, and I used to put it on and play Underdog."
Oh, cool beans. Underdog has one of the greatest theme songs ever. Don't let anybody tell you different. And Miranda says, "Scrapple is made with scrap meat mixed with cornmeal and fried or baked. You don't want to know the meats used, but we love it here."
Yeah, I remember now.
Uh-huh.
I had it. I think
Thank you for that, Miranda.
And Double A says, "The cereal I remember from youth is Trix, because I remember once the Trix had a Tiddlywinks set in the box. I used to take the Tiddlywinks to school to play with my best buddy during recess time." Cool stuff.
Yeah, great memories. Great memories. For me, what was your favorite cereal? Did you have a favorite cereal?
I was a Cheerios guy. I don't really like the sweet cereal, so it was like Cheerios or Rice Krispies, or I love Grape Nuts. You remember Yule Gibbons, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah, I still got Grape Nuts up in the cabinet right now.
Oh, cool. I think when you mention Grape Nuts, I think of Grape Nut ice cream, which I love. I love Grape Nut ice cream. But for cereal as a kid, it was Quisp and Quake. Quisp was my ultimate favorite. And you can still buy it in the Midwest from whoever makes it, Nabisco or some whoever it is that makes it. You can still buy it, but it's expensive per box.
Oh, wow.
So every once in a while I'll break down and I gotta have one. I just gotta have one for the memories, and it tastes the same. It's great stuff. Of course, everybody remembers the cartoon commercials, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
And Michael Taylor says hi to any peanuts that just rolled in.
And so it will be streaming. Oh, it's probably talking about the Beatles doc. Yeah.
Yep, the Beatles thing. And he also says, I think Harrison Ford is playing Red Hulk. Yes, he is. Absolutely. You are correct, sir.
And Marania's agreeing. Yes, he is, Michael.
And Michael also says, okay, that's what I thought, Marania.
And Robert Harrison's in the house.
Hey, Bob, how you doing, man? Another neighbor to the north.
He says, hey, Rod and Shannon, where was your first comic book convention?
Ooh.
Well, mine, I mean, I didn't get to go to a convention until later. I mean, I didn't even get to go to a comic shop until like the mid-'80s, I guess. So the first, I mean, I went to a bunch of little comic shows, but the first actual convention was Mid-Ohio Con in Columbus, Ohio, probably, I would say 2005. So probably about 20 years ago was my first convention.
Ooh. The first one I believe is like 1983, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and the people that were there were the two guys who created the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah. And so I was able to pick up the first two issues of that, and then flip those a few years later to help fund some of my Avengers and whatnot. So, but yeah, I've still got some original artwork from there that I showed not too long ago with who was it? Steve Warren, I believe, did the Survivors and stuff like that. And I got those, I showed those comics and stuff like that. So that was my first one, 1983, 84, somewhere in that time range. So great question, Robert. I'd like to hear from everybody else where their first convention was too. So
I mean, there was a lot of great artists when I went there. There was got to meet Steve Englehart and to get him to sign my two Detective Comics with the Laughing Fish. Now, Marshall Rogers was supposed to be there, but that was around the time he was getting sick with cancer. So he had to cancel out, and he passed away just a few months later. But got to meet him, John Byrne, talked to him. He signed a couple of books for me. Met Noel Neal from the old Superman show. Talked to her.
Oh yes.
A couple of guys from the X-Files that was in the Lone Gunman. To talk to them. Chris Sprouse. Jeffrey Moy, that did a lot of stuff for DC and other people. Who else? Sergio Aragones. I think I showed that book maybe last time I was on here that he autographed the inside of a Gru comic. I talked to him. Just there was a lot of great people there. But I had a good memory of that convention. The comics were everywhere.
Back when it was a true comic convention.
Yeah, pretty much.
I got you. I'm right there with you. And Marania says, good morning to Robert.
And I'm one who says, hi, Robert Harrison 2.0.
And the Jackson Roykirk says, not a fan of cheese and beans. I do like beans and cheese.
There's a difference, apparently.
Yes, there is a difference.
And the Gray Man says, we have baked potato, cheese, and beans with some sausages chopped up in there, too. Very tasty. Oh, that does sound good.
Yeah, they do that. They put all kinds of different other things. They can put chili in it, or like you say, sausages and stuff like that. They're called the Spud Brothers, and they're on like YouTube and what is it? Not TikTok, but the other one, the shorts, when they do shorts and stuff like that. And they're just fascinating to me. But the food looked really good. Had to try it, and it was yummy. Hey, Triple P, how you doing?
Andrew. He says, greetings and salutations, Ruckus Rod, Super Shannon, and the rest of the Pulpy Peanut Gallery. It's been a while. Yes, it has.
Great to have you back, sir. Hope everything's been going well. Talked to him not too long ago on, I believe it was Facebook. It seemed like everything was going well. Cool beans. Great to have you back with us, man.
Absolutely.
Hope your Saturday's going well. And the gray man says, Lisa does lovely spuds. There we go.
Nice.
That's the way to do it. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
And Miranda says, greetings, Triple P.
And Michael Taylor says, speaking of potatoes, they use a real potato for Mr. Potato Head. I'm sure everyone knows that. Man, that was a big toy too when I was a kid.
Oh yeah. And Triple P says, good morning, Dame Maranya.
Don't call me Shirley by lunchtime, says spuds are potatoes. Translation by Shirley.
And Bobby says, my first cartoon I used to watch on Saturday mornings was Betty Boop in the link. Well, started at 7 a.m. in the Inkwell. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my gosh, that's before my time. Maranya says, the original kit was just the face and other parts, Michael. You had to supply your own potato and other vegetables to build the parts on.
Oh. Yep, this is true.
Now, see, I don't remember that. I just remember all the plastic parts.
And Michael says, that's tough picking his favorite cereal. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But Quisp did it for me. I think it was also this outer space gimmick that goes with it. Just very cool. Mike Taylor says, yes, Maranya.
And Grayman says, foolish Doc Quisp is for the kids.
You got it, Gray Man. Triple P says, Fruity Pebbles was always a favorite of mine. I like Fruity Pebbles as well. Very good.
And Jack says, I don't remember the Red Hulk in Beatles history. I think we're overlapping here just a tad.
Yeah, I think so. And Robin Harrison says, hello, Maranya, and everyone. And hello to you, Robin.
And Maranya says, oops, my chastising of Jackson keeps disappearing from the chat.
And the Jackson Rocker says, shame on you, Maranya, with a big old wink.
And RDV is here.
Hey, RDV.
And he says, all right, I'm here now. You can start now. I just got into binge watching the 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. Full episodes are up on YouTube. I haven't seen them since they aired on TV. Good stuff.
Isn't it great when you discover something from your childhood that you really love and you can see it again? Love it.
Oh, yeah. My son's a big Turtles fan. Yeah.
Robert Harrison 2.0. He says, my first convention was summer of 1966. I was just a wee lad of 4 years old.
But you were still 1 year older than me. Next year, you'll still be 1 year older than me. Anyway, Double A says, speaking of cereals, I read in the price guide that during the 1940s, a box of Wheaties had an issue of the Flash attached to the outside. Since Rod is a Flash fan, do you know about that odd issue?
Oh, 1940s. Oh, my gosh. No, I didn't know about that. I want to say there was some. Oh, no, there was a Flash. There was some kind of cereal that did like a Flash cereal, but it wasn't. It was just recent. We're talking within the last couple of years that I have a box somewhere. I think it's back up in there somewhere. But no, I didn't know. I was not aware of a 1940s. Holy mackerel. That must have been cool. I wonder has anybody seen a picture of one?
Does anybody have it? That must be a serious collectible. Yeah.
Yeah, really. I'd like to see that. And Maranya says, hey there, RDV. We're still knee deep in comments. No comic books shown yet. Yeah, we're going for a record.
And Jackson says, speaking of.
Boom, he put down the line. All right. I think they want to see some comics. What do you say, partner?
Yeah, I got some comics, but I'm going to let you take it the first round because I'm going to go fill up my coffee cup real quick. So you can start the comic festivities.
You got it. All right, here we go. Let's see. What do I got to show here? Well, I got a stack of things here. So I don't know if I showed these before. If I did, I apologize, but I'll show them real quick. These little things. I got these off of eBay. They're little comics put out by Whitman, which I believe not. Is it Whitman? No, I think it's Western. No, Cayuga. But it says inside. Yeah, inside it says Western Publishing Company, which I believe that's Gold Key, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, it's just 2 panels per page, but they were cool. I'm a big Twilight Zone fan, so it was cool to see this. I said, I'll pick that up. They were really cheap, so but it was pretty cool. So I picked up that one, and this one came along with it, Grimm's Ghost Stories.
Oh, those are cool.
So I couldn't remember, like I said, if I showed those or not, but I've had them out here, and I think I had them out because I hadn't shown them. So, all right, let's see what else we got in here. It's gonna start down in here. If I could get a hold of my stuff here, there we go. All right, these are some stuff that things that I picked up recently off of eBay. So we're gonna try and go through this really quickly here, so we can get my brother on as well. Let's see, we got Detective Comics number 446. Now, I didn't have this one, and this was part of a 4-issue lot that I picked up, and you'll see why I picked up the lot in just a second. So this was...
I believe I already know.
And this I did not have, so this was cool. This was a bonus pickup. But what I did was I wanted to get some upgrades on these beauties.
Yeah.
The 100-page 60 centers, man. My off the racks that I have in my collection are well loved. So I wanted to upgrade those and have a nice set. So, and I love this character, the Paul Kirk Manhunter.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, his story ran through this Detective Comics and stuff, and then he wound up teaming with Batman, which I was marking out big time when I saw this on the spinner rack, like the spinner rack behind me.
Oh yeah, yeah. And later on, he showed up in the Secret Society of Supervillains.
What's that?
The Paul Kirk Manhunter showed up in the Secret Society of Supervillains.
Oh yeah, yes. I still got about 4 or 5 of those issues I got to get. So I don't think I have the one with him yet.
Yeah, he was a clone of the other one.
What's that?
I think he was a clone of the other one that was in the Detective Comics. Yeah.
Oh, was he a clone?
I think so.
Oh, I want the real one. Here we go. Oops, no, I did have the right one first. Here we go with number 444.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the Bat Murderer saga.
Yeah, was he shooting Talia there? What's up with that? So, and they had another issue prior to that, didn't they? Where it was reversed.
Yeah,
I think she was shooting him or something, if I remember correctly. Here we go with 445.
Yeah.
So those 4 books came in a lot, and I was like, oh man, that was just tailor made for me because I wanted to upgrade these. So cool beans.
I love that. I remember pulling those off the spinner rack when I was a kid.
Mm.
Like, oh wow, And I couldn't get all the 100 pages, but eventually I ended up with them.
Yes, and as a result, I'm collecting them all now too. It's directly as a result of watching your videos.
Sorry about that.
No, don't be sorry, man, because it puts a big smile on my face. I picked up this lot too. This was a lot of a couple of different things here, but we'll start off with the comics, and that is Master of Kung Fu number 33.
Oh yeah.
Now I don't have too many of Masters of Kung Fu in my collection because I was the superhero guy, But why not? I picked these up. These were kind of like the bonus part for me. Here is number 75.
Hey, it's Bronze Age. What else do you need to know?
Exactly, baby. Still 35 cents. Woo!
Yeah, I know a few people that have like the complete run of that, but I'm nowhere near. I'm like you. I've got like a modest little stack.
Yeah.
Every so often I'll see some and I'll pick them up.
if I have any other issues, it's because somebody else is guest starring in it.
Yeah.
Here we go with this one. This is number 76.
Yeah.
Got a weird, 40-cent price tag thing going. So
Yeah, it kind of makes me wish I was going through some pictures on my phone and I found the ones of at the last convention I went to a couple of years ago. Jim had a picture with a couple of pictures of Jim Starlin, and Starlin's the one that did the art like in the first couple of appearances of Shang-Chi.
well, this is this is one of the reasons I wanted it. Because another one of these subsets that I am down the rabbit hole in, and that's these giant size Marvel square bound books from like 75.
Right.
And so I had to get this one here, which you don't see too often.
Yeah.
Giant size Master of Kung Fu #1.
Yeah. Good stuff. Well, I'm with you on
So,
those giants.
yeah, so I wanted to get this because I'm collecting those. This was another piece that came along with it, which is pretty cool. The super annual of Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, number 15.
Oh wow, I've never seen that one.
So
Pick that one up.
it's definitely well loved, and you can see up over here there was some kind of a tape accident,
Yeah.
but
Doesn't
still
matter though, does it?
it's still all intact and everything. So I mean, it's just so much fun to look through these things because I can remember picking up some, not of this type, but some of the other ones that Marvel put out back in the day. So, and it's just, I just love looking at the subscribe, please, just great stuff. So I figured that was another nice bonus, but this was really and no pun intended, the big thing that I wanted.
Oh yeah.
Savage Fists of Kung Fu, because you don't see this too often offered on eBay. And when you do, it's usually kind of pricey. But this one was, with this whole lot, it was really, really inexpensive. So,
So we
but
got the Master Kung Fu, the Savage Fists of Kung Fu, and the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu.
got them all, got them all in there. Uh, just I got to be careful with this because it's kind of brittle. But I mean, it's just cool stuff. I don't remember seeing this one on the rack back when I was a kid. So this one always kind of fascinated me. It's just like one of those things. I'd see it every once in a while and I go, I'd like to know what's in that. But there's always something else that you had to collect before it, type of thing. So, but
never enough funds to get all the stuff you wanted when you were a kid, right?
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. And then let's see, real quick. Try. Well, I don't know. Maybe it won't be real quick. I'll just show some of these other ones here because the next round I'll show those. So we'll just do. I hope I didn't show these before, but if I did, apologize. Here is the Inferior 5, number 12.
Yeah.
I need to upgrade that one there because mine had the logo ripped off.
Okay.
So,
got the whole run.
This is the end of the run right here.
So you have them all.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
And we got Combat Kelly and the Deadly Dozen number 2.
Oh, that beautiful.
The big breakout. And then Marvel Spotlight number 15, Son of Satan.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm trying to make inroads in this series. Marvel Premiere, I believe, and that and Ghost Rider. So The Man Called Nova, number 9. Whoops, I got something popping up on my screen here. It blocks me out. There we go. Number 9. And number 11,
Yeah. The
the,
Sphinx.
the Sphinx.
Yeah, he's an old villain.
And then we got Charlton Classics number 4, reprinting issue of Hercules from Charlton.
Nice.
And then you might recognize these two guys. Let's see. Yep. Hey, Commandy number 47.
That looks fairly familiar.
And then we want to finish this round off with number 54. I'm slowly making inroads on my Commandy collection. So,
yeah, I might have that run one day.
All right, so there we go. Let's get us back together once again. There we go. Cool beans. Thank you. D. Jackson Roykirk for providing the line this time. Appreciate that, Sir Jackson. And he says, let's see. Don't Call Me Shirley says, silly crisp for doctors are for children. What? Wait a minute. Am I reading this right? Silly crisps are for doctors. Crisps for doctors are for children. Translated by Shirley. I am lost there. I have no idea what that's about. Michael Taylor says, I first stepped foot into a comic shop in the early 80s. It's been ages since I've been to a comic show. Hope to go to one within the next 10 years. He's laughing as he says that. Well, I hope you get to one within the next 10 years. He also says, Shannon, did you ask Noel Neal about any George Reeves stories?
No, the line for her booth was like almost out the door, and it was kind of cool because she was wearing she had like a glittery looking rhinestone top on with like a big Superman S and a skirt. Of course, she was probably like in her 80s by then, 70s or 80s. And I didn't want to get into the line, but I saw her in passing. And I just said hello, and she stopped and talked to me just for a couple of minutes and said, I really enjoyed you on the show, and I was happy to see you there. So she was real pleasant the few minutes I got to talk to her. Yeah.
Oh, cool beans. Cool beans. I think she was the last one alive from that show, I think she was.
No, I think the guy that played Jimmy Olsen.
Did he outlive her?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, cool beans. All righty. Oh, it's me. Duh. Robert Harrison says 2 live shows on at the same time. Which one do I pick? And Don't Call Me Shirley says popular book entry in Lewisham was my introduction to comics. Whenever I got a pound, I went there and bought 4 comics walking distance from my nan's. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Love to hear the stories, man. Love to hear them stories. And Triple P says, my first Comic Con was in the early 90s in Connecticut. I saw someone with Wrightson's Swamp Thing 1 through 10 for sale for $75. Swampy being my favorite, I had to get them all, he says.
Oh, that's a deal for those. Yeah, even in the 90s.
Absolutely. RDV says, Maranya, the Archie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics we are reading in the comic adaptation of the cartoon episode. Peter Cullen voiced a villain in the first episode of the cartoon. I totally forgot about that. Peter Cullen sounds familiar. That name sounds familiar. Double A says, speaking of potatoes, I remember the Spud gun, the gun that would shoot out potato pellets. And Don't Call Me Shirley says, Triple P, those Len Wine, Ween, however you say his name, Wrightson Swamp Things were amazing. And Maranya says, that's so cool, RDV. Mike Taylor says, I heard that Betty Boop was originally an animal. Don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard, says Michael. And Michael also says, hey to RDV. RDV says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the real Ghostbusters were my favorite cartoons to watch every Saturday morning when I was little. I fought to wake up at 6 a.m. every Saturday morning. It was tough when you were only about 6. I hear you. He also says, I couldn't dare to wake my dad or I was in trouble. Yeah, that was the same way in my house. Me and my son, me and my brother had to sneak out past my parents' bedroom door. And boy, if we made too much noise, we heard about it. Dale Bots. Hey, Dale.
Cousin Dale.
Great to have you with us once again.
Yeah, I just talked to him yesterday. As a matter of fact, he was coming back from a bird hunting trip in Michigan, and he was talking about CBM. So yeah, glad to have you, buddy.
Absolutely. He says, just tuned in for a few minutes to get my nostalgia fix before the loving bride has me stringing lights and yard decorations. You boys are looking great this morning. Good morning to all. Well, thank you so much, Dale. Appreciate it, man. Good luck hanging those lights and the yard decor. We're getting ready to do that around this house for too long.
Yep.
Tis the season.
It is the season.
Maranya says, good morning to Dale. Maranya also says, Jackson waves the wrench. Behave or you'll get this on your flip side, she says. The Jackson Rourke says, ooh, promise?
Yeah, he's liking that idea too much.
Yeah. Margaret Taylor says, Jackson, remember Maranya said she's gonna bop you over the head. Maranya says, warm his backside, Michael. Look out. Don't call me Shirley says, do. Oh, Twilight Zone. Do. Gray Man says, look like Twilight Zone chick tracks. Michael Taylor says, very cool Detective 446. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate that. They looked really good, and I was very lucky to get them in that group. Robert Harrison says, I can't see today.
I think he meant to say Wheaties.
That's what I thought. That's what I was looking at. Wheaties had a lot of these comics in the box. Also, Mickey Mouse, etc. Oh, cool. I know some used to have these little ones. You know, they'd put out like a Captain Crunch one or something like that and stuff like that. But I hadn't seen those ones there, so I figured, yeah, I'd like to add those to the collection. He says, there we go. Yeah, if I'd have just looked one more comment, I would have seen that. Sorry, Robert. Eric K. Hey, Eric.
Hey, Eric, good to see you, buddy.
Great to have you with us. Hope your Saturday's going well, my friend. He says, good morning to everyone. Good morning to you, sir. Double A says the Flash issue from Wheaties was attached to the outside of the box, so none survived in mint condition. Oh.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Sad but true. Triple P says those tech books are beautiful, Rod. Love Jim Apparo's art. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Aparo is the man.
Big Jim Aparo fan here.
The Jackson Roy Kirk says, Eric K. Michael Taylor says, yeah, Adams brought Batman back to his roots. Yes, sir. Adams just changed the way I looked at comics, just the way he drew the figures and the way he laid out panels to the way he wanted your eye to go and stuff. It's just incredible. He just changed things for me, changed the game for me. The Jackson Rourke says, wait for it. RDV says, governor of Kung Fu. That's right. I was however you say, mispronouncing it. It shouldn't have been master of Kung Fu. It should have been governor of Kung Fu. Don't Call Me Shirley says, Batman in his gray and blue costume made you suspend belief. Batman in his black costume made you believe. I read comics to suspend my belief. Thank you very much. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. The Jackson Rourke says, there it is. Michael Taylor says, fantastic detective comics. Yeah, those are just those 100 pages, man. They're just special. Eric K says, Jackson, he's giving a wave to Jackson. He also says, love the Bat Murderer saga. Yes, sir. And Michael Taylor says, great drawing of Kung Fu flying kick. And V. Jackson Roykirk says, yes, love the Kung Fu treasury. Yeah, like I said, what's that?
I need to put that on my list.
It's one of those things. At least I never saw it too often. So, and when you did, they wanted money for it. So it's like, what's up with that? Michael Taylor says, speaking of Kung Fu, they wanted Bruce Lee to play the role in the Kung Fu movie. I mean, that was, could there be anybody else? Could there be anybody?
Yeah, that was stupid. They said he looked too Asian. You heard anything so ridiculous?
Yeah. RDB says, I almost. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it just makes you go, what? You know. RDV says, I almost scheduled a reading of that Savage Fists of Kung Fu. Oh, there you go. Get it done, RDV. Get it done.
Get it done.
B. Jackson Roykirk says, they took a black and white mag story and colorized it for the treasury. All of the characters are in the story. I know in the book, I haven't read it, but I did look through it, and I saw that they have the Man-Thing story in there with him, which is one of the stories that I do want to get, one of the single issues I want to get. So I was thrilled to find that out. So Higgy Pop, he says, great treasury, Rod. Thank you so much, Higgy, man. Appreciate it. Don't Call Me Shirley says, I have no Kung Fu anything. Not my cup of tea. I'm English. Understood. There we go. Double A says, Michael, I remember Bruce acting in one episode of Here Come the Brides. I remember Here Come the Brides. That was did they have Bobby Sherman in there?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Bobby Sherman was he was like the idol. I wanted Bobby Sherman hair. I never got it. Lead Paint says there are some Atlas Yellow Claw stories in that giant size Master of Kung Fu run, I believe.
Good point. Yeah, there are.
Cool beans. I'm thinking about dipping my toe further into the pond. We'll see. So many rabbit holes.
Too many.
Maranya says, good morning, Eric, Ozzy, Harry, Annalie, and Martin. She got them all. Higgy Pop says, oh, baby, that Inferior 5 been looking for baby. He says, I've been looking for that baby.
Great stuff.
Cool beans. And Triple P says, I need the Combat Kelly for my picture frame collection. How about you?
Yeah. See. I got my list up here. The only one I need is number 3.
Number 3?
Yep,
number 3.
Yep.
Cool beans. Eric K says, morning, Lady M. My 4-legged kids say hello as well. Excuse me. And Michael Taylor says, very cool, Hercules. He also says, terrific books, Rod. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate that. Double A says, which was better, Inferior 5 or Mighty Heroes by Ralph Bashkin? Ooh. See, Mighty Heroes has got the edge because the cartoon.
Right.
So I'd have to lean towards Mighty Heroes, I think. Higgy Pop says, Shannon, we need to get Rod to complete the Commandy run immediately.
Hey, he said it all.
Hey, he is the reason I've even started collecting any Commandy. Oh, man, getting Charlie horses. Because
here's a strange fact about me and Commandy. As much as I love Commandy, have the whole run, bunch of other Commandy stuff, I have never done. I mean, I show Commandy in videos, but I've never done a dedicated video showing the whole run. So I need to do that.
Now, how many issues were there total? Do you know? You know. I know you
59
know.
issues and 2 issues that were in canceled comic cavalcade. They actually were going to be a 60 and 61, and you can get those. I think you can get those. They did a couple specials where you can find the reprints of those. They were like in black and white, but it went 59 issues.
59 issues. Wow. Holy mackerel. So I know I've probably at this point I haven't. I need to gather them all together because I got stuff all strewn all over the place. I got to get them organized and get them together, and I bet you I probably got about half the run now. So that's what I roughly in my head. That's what I'm thinking I've got. So I'm gaining, man. I'm gaining.
There you go. Good deal.
Gray Man says Lisa says that shop has gone now. WW. So RDV says Peter Cullen is the voice of Optimus Prime. Okay, that's where I've heard it then. Okay, because I recognize that name. Mike Taylor says Noel Neal was a passenger on the train in the 78 Superman when Clark was trying to outrun the train.
Yeah, she was playing Lois Lane's mother because Lois Lane was a little girl on the train.
I think I do remember that. I think I do. And Don't Call Me Shirley says, yeah, long gone, Gray. He actually opened a comic shop, but I'm not sure where. And Michael Taylor says, cool Avatar Dale. Don't call me don't call me Jackson. Don't call me Shirley, says Jackson.
Yeah, this is getting confusing.
What do you say? Let's see. I'm looking down through here. What do you say you jump on and show some comics right now? What do you think?
I can do that.
All right, and I've got I'll know. Let's see. Just read this one here. Michael Taylor says that Twilight Zone, them scared the crap out of me growing up. Yeah, Twilight Zone is awesome. So, all right, let's get you up there with some comics.
Okay, I got a little mix of new and old comics. I'm supposed to have a package of comics coming in today. I don't know if I'll get it before we get off here, but got a couple new comics and a stack of older comics coming in that one. Just a lot of this stuff is stuff that I wanted to pick up from DC. I know Higgy has showed a lot of these, and I think maybe you showed a couple. And I know Crazy Hungarian shows some stuff. So this is stuff that I was kind of interested in. And now that I've started reading it, I want to get all of them. The first thing we got here is one of the DC All-In books, Poison Ivy and Swamp Thing, Feral Trees. Just read this last night. Very good story. Love the art by Mike Perkins. G. Willow Wilson did the scripts. So really good story. Swamp Thing fans, which I am. Really good story. And this is another one. I think Higgy got me on this one. Batman Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian Age. So if you remember the Elseworld story, Gotham by Gaslight was drawn by Mike Mignola.
Oh yeah.
This is kind of continuing off of that, where you get to see some more heroes.
Oh, cool.
You see a version of Wonder Woman and I think Superman, Martian Manhunter. I've only got like 4 issues so far. I think I got a couple more coming in today, or 3 issues. But yeah, this is really good. The art and story is really good. So if you like Gotham by Gaslight, you'll like this too.
Oh, cool.
Here's issue number 2.
Nice.
And issue number 3 showing that version of Wonder Woman.
Oh, where's my pencil?
Cool. And the art is I really enjoy the art. You get to see a version of Alan Scott right here, riding on a train, where he first sees the ring. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, neat.
Yep. And this is one, I think this is another Higgy book that he showed. I was wanting to get into this because I like the Authority. This is Jenny Sparks. And like he said, if anybody's been watching Higgy stuff, and I know a bunch of you have, they kind of do Captain Adam dirty in this one. You see a whole lot of other superheroes, and you see Batman and Superman and some other people. But, really good story. I like the art written by Tom King, who did a lot of great stuff for DC. He did the Danger Street miniseries. You guys remember that just a little while back? So good stuff. You read any of the authority, you know who Jenny Sparks is. Here's book 2, Superman in the background.
Hmm.
And here's issue 3. You got pretty much the whole Justice League in the background there. Really
Oh,
good
yeah.
story. Yeah. I really like the art. Yeah, so Superman's giving her the business there. This is one, I think several people recommended this. I know Rod was one, Higgy was one. That Red Coat.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, great story.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
We'll get to that
I
one.
like it.
And we're going to get to the All In books. The Absolute Wonder Woman #1. Just got that one. These are like different takes. I guess you could almost call them Elseworlds, but I think they're trying to do a riff on Marvel's Ultimates. But really enjoyed this one. And we have Absolute Superman. Just got this one in a couple days ago too.
I've heard that one's real good.
Really good. Really, really good. Yeah. Different take on Superman, but I love it. And this is the one I enjoyed the most. The Absolute Batman. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This will definitely be on the pull list or the new comic list for me. Great story and art. A lot of people loved it. Some people didn't like it. And after one issue, I'm a big fan already. So I think they're on like the 3rd or 4th printing of this already.
Wow.
Okay, I got some of those books from my comic shop. I had a gift card, and I had like, okay, I got a couple more dollars I want to spend. I dipped into their $1.10 on my comic shop. Got Archie at Riverdale High #54.
Oh.
Good stuff. Yeah. Old Chuck there had a bad spill.
Looks like me skin.
And here's a really cool dollar bin special. Billy the Kid #104 from Charlton.
Oh, yes.
Hey, I'll take that for $1 any day. And that is in really nice shape for what they've graded as good.
Yeah.
And this is a magazine I got last week. I was reading one of my Erie black and white magazines, and they're showing like an advertisement. And the more I read it, the more. And I had been wanting to collect this series for a while, and I got a few of these books scattered through the collection, but I never had any of the magazine. So this is from Warren Magazine. This is the Spirit #1.
Oh, nice.
These are great Will Eisner classics. Of course, they're reprints from like the 40s and 50s. But yeah, I got this from eBay. No, I did not pay $75 for this. It was like a best offer, and I got the book for $20 in shipping. So really happy to have this one. And
Very nice.
of course, everybody knows about Eisner. I don't need to say anything else. But just the artwork. And this is just fantastic. You got some black and white and color stuff in this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I love the character of the Spirit. And we got a good shot of Will Eisner. Like I said, I don't think many of these books will break the bank. So, yeah, I like the splash page on that. Hard to believe that was drawn from the 40s. When was this? 1946.
Wow.
When this came out. So,
I always liked his way of working the Spirit logo or whatever into the picture.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But happy to have that one, and we'll be getting the rest of that series along the way. Okay, we'll dip into some an old series. I don't know if you've heard of this one. A little gothic romance here. Sinister House of Secret Love #1.
Oh, very nice.
Curse of the McIntyres. Yeah, I think they were trying to appeal to the gothic romance novels and paperbacks that were coming out in the 60s and 70s. And I think they were trying to grab another audience there with this. So that's #1.
Picking up the remnants of Dark Shadows.
Right. Here's #2. To Wed the Devil.
Oh, neat.
Those 25-cent giants. And it took me a long time to find this one. It's kind of decent grade, but here's Sinister House #3. Love this cover. And this came from Reese's Rare Comics. You want to check him out on eBay. I think he
cool.
shows up in a lot of shows.
Nice.
And here we have number 4, Graphic Tale of Gothic Terror, Kiss of the Serpent.
That's a cool cover.
Here we go. And here we have, okay, those were only 4 issues of Sinister House of Secret Love. It changed titles after that, continued the numbering of the run, changed to Secrets of Sinister House.
Oh, I like that too.
Yeah, great stuff here.
Mm.
Death at Castle Dunbar. There's always a castle and a girl. Somebody have a fetish or something. So this is a cool cover. This is number 6. I kept thinking this might have been a Wrightson cover.
Oh, maybe.
Might be wrong, but I don't know. Somebody tell me. I'm pretty sure it was. I might be wrong. Here's number 7. It's my Kaluta cover.
Nice.
Number 8. This looks like a Nick Cardy special. You got your post-it notes out writing stuff down, Rod?
Oh, I've already written down like three different ones that you showed.
And here we go. Secrets of Sinister House number 9. I believe this was one of my originals as a kid. It's pretty well loved. Jack Sparling on the cover for the art.
Yeah, that's a cool cover too.
Right? And here's number 10. Looks like I don't know if it's Cardi or Luis Dominguez on this. Number 10. And number 11.
Mm.
12.
Excellent.
Number 13. I believe this is another Nick Cardy.
Wow. That
almost looks like a Marvel cover of Ant-Man in the Marvel feature.
Yeah.
And here we have number 14. A cool cover.
Oh, yes.
Cobra by Firelight. Gotham by Gaslight and Cobra by Firelight.
There you go.
Here's number 15.
Nice.
You don't see these out in the wild very much.
No, you don't.
I always like this cover. Here's number 16. Yeah, Mule. And here's another Nick Cardy cover, number 17.
Neat.
I guess I got an upgrade of that one. Another number 17. And last issue, great cover here, number 18.
Oh, yes, yeah. That one I recognize.
Classic Bronze Age DC horror cover right there.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's all I got.
Cool beans. Great stuff.
Thank you, sir.
All right. And let's see here. I believe I left off with Michael and about the Twilight Zone. So here you go.
And Jackson is saying Hobbs. And Michael Taylor says mint theme. Okay, got you, sir. And Shirley, and I know you don't want me to call you Shirley, but I'm going to call you Shirley for the rest of the show. Didn't want to get my name, Jackson. LOL. And Mariah says Noel Neal and Jack Larson were in Superman Returns. Right. They were in different roles for the iconic ones on the TV. Yeah. Jack Larson was the one that I knew was, I think he might still be alive. But yeah, he was in Superman Returns with Brandon Routh. Yeah.
Cool beans.
And Double A says, Michael, what was the Twilight Zone episode where telephone calls came from a ghost? Oh, yeah, I remember that one. The old lady.
Yeah, the grandmother.
Right.
and because the wire ran across her grave or something.
Right, right.
I can't remember the name of it though.
Good stuff. And Higgy says, Jim Sparrow lived close to me here in Connecticut. His daughter works 10 minutes down the road from me. I'm trying to figure out a way to introduce myself without freaking her out. Oh, did he mean maybe Jack Sparling? I don't know. I don't know who Jim Sparrow is.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, Higgy will have to expound on that story.
He'll still sit out there. And Ron says, the old lady in the telephone office, there was also one with a kid getting calls from his dead grandma. Yep. Remember that one too?
Yeah, that's the one I remember.
And Michael says, not sure, August. And Double A says, Lady M wasn't that kid played by Billy Mummy?
I think he was, yes.
Yeah. I know he was in the one episode, I forget what it was called, but where he was wishing everybody into the cornfield.
Into the cornfield.
Yeah.
Turns a guy into a Jack in the Box.
You're a very, very bad man. Love that one.
All right.
And Double A says, Lady M, that cornfield episode was the most scary me. Yeah, we've just mentioned that.
There was just so many. It was just written so well. It was a great show.
She says also they did a sequel to that one on Twilight Zone newer shows with Mummy and his daughter reprising the roles from the original. I remember that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's been several Twilight Zone series after that, but none of them will match the original. But I do remember that one. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. I'll have to try and see if I can find that episode. I'd be interested in seeing that.
And Double A says, Lady M, interesting. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
And Comic House. Welcome, sir.
Great to have you with us, the Comic Geek.
Yeah, he says, what's up, folks? How you doing, sir? Glad you could join us.
Hope your Saturday's going well.
And Martin says, good morning, SCG. And Shirley says, Legion of Super Pets? Question mark. I couldn't recommend it you, Rod.
I think so. I think somebody now. I don't know if you were around at the very beginning, but I have to put a disclaimer. I have not had a chance to add the new ones on yet. I did not get a chance to do that this week. So it's still the old one. So I hope you won't hold it. There we go. Again, I apologize. I just didn't have a chance to do the workup on the new one, and I will get that done this weekend. So next week we will have the new one. So thank you so much. So.
And Michael Tell says, remember the Partridge Family episode where they hear music in the garage? It was Bobby Sherman. Oh, yeah. I love the Partridge Family.
Oh, yeah. That whole scene, that whole bubblegum pop scene.
And Eric K says, Bruce Lee was a semi-regular on Longstreet, a TV show in 1971-72. He was good, and I enjoyed that show a lot. Yeah. Was that the show that had James Franciscus?
James Franciscus, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. It was a good show. Yeah,
I believe so.
And Jackson says, Southern Comic Geek. And Ron says, Rod will have to play the old version. He hasn't added in Teddy or Sucre yet, won't he?
And I apologize, man. I'm sorry. I just didn't get a chance to do it.
And there we got a line. So,
Oh,
got some more books to show us.
okay. We got I'm looking at the thing, half a bar. We're going to be reading comments from now until 4 o'clock. We got the chat is popping today. So, all right, let's see. All right, I got some right here that I'll show. Let's see. All right, here we go. Boom, boom. Okay, this was another lot that I picked up for the most part. I think there's maybe one that's not the last one here, but I picked up this lot because it's one of those series that I wanted to fill in, and I really didn't know if I was going to be able to go single issue by single issue to do it. It's Amazing Adventures, and it's the War of the Worlds, Kill Raven. So I picked up starting with number 21. I picked that up. And 22, War of the Worlds. I always loved that movie. The movie War of the Worlds, the original. That was great. I don't have 23, but to make up for it, I've got two 24s. So, but so 23 I'll be picking up. Actually I'm looking at a lot now that's got the remaining ones that I need, so I may pull the trigger on that today and have those on the way. Here's number 25. I apologize for the book. I have not had a chance to rebag these yet, and this one here looks like it's kind of faded. Number 26. This is a great white background cover. I mean, it's a
I love that series. I'm 2 issues shy. I need number 2 and number 38.
Is number 27.
Yeah, that's a great cover.
And number 28. Number 29 with a bright, brilliant yellow cover. Look at that.
There we go. Those are really good stories, too.
Now, I have not read any of these. I just know the character that, like, when he appeared in, like, a team-up book or guest starred in another book. But I'm looking forward to getting all these so I can read it right straight through. Here's number 30.
That's what I'm waiting on. Did you have you got number 18 or did you show it? I was out for a minute.
No. I was telling them that I do have a line on a lot that has the remaining ones that I need. So I may pull the trigger on that today and have that on its way. Here's number 31.
I love that cover. Yeah, I love number 18. Of course, that was like the first, Kill Raven, but it's also Neil Adams' art. So for that reason alone, it's good to have him.
Yep. Another reason why I wanted to dip my toe into this is because of old Neil. Let's see, number 32. Number 33, The Siren Song of Death. Like I said before, I apologize for the bags. I have not had a chance to rebag them yet. They don't even have backing boards in these. So these are in whatever bags they decided to put them in to ship them out.
Yeah, that just means it's an old comic, so it's all good.
That's it. That's it. The comics themselves are actually in really good shape. I was afraid. Here we go, is number 34. But no, most of them are in really good shape, so I can't complain at all. So, and number 35.
Yeah, I like that one.
Number 36. This one here looks like this is probably the worst one of the lot, and you can tell it's got some water damage because it's wrinkled. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, I've looked at this issue, and it's not an expensive one. So if I want to upgrade it, I can. And it's number 37. And then I do not have 38. That is one that's on the list. And then I've got a 39.
Yeah.
And then I just realized I found another 39 in my collection. So
Yeah.
I have two 39s. So
39, 39.
39, 39. There we go. So, all right. Let's see here. Where did we? There we go with this line here. So, okay, let's put us back together again. So, Mike Taylor says, correct, Eric. Dun, dun, dun. The Jackson Roykirk says, Southern Comic Geek. I keep wanting to say Greek. I can't form my words. Southern Comic Geek. I've been reading an old Wizard magazine called The Beginning of the Valiant Era. Oh, yes. I miss Wizard.
Well, somebody had mentioned Wizard a while back, and I got like a long box full of Wizard magazines over here. I was wanting to kind of go through them, but I haven't got a chance yet.
Yeah, I've got a box down here to my right that's double stacked in a cardboard box. It's just, I miss that. I miss that. I miss the comic buyer's guide.
I missed the comic buyer's guide especially. I wasn't a fan of it when it went to a magazine size, but I love the
No.
old newspaper that we get every week. Yeah.
Yep, I'm with you. Double A says, I remember when Bruce used his kick to kick out a ceiling light. I know it was a movie made for TV, but I don't remember the title. Maybe it was part of the Green Hornet. Let's see. Don't Call Me Shirley says, I may not have a wrench, but it's time for a line. There you go. Southern Comic Geek says, the Jackson Roykirk, he's giving you a thumbs up. Michael Taylor says, I love Burt Ward, but Lee would have destroyed him in a real fight, even though Ward did know martial arts. Yeah, I think that's the general consensus. It wouldn't have been much of a fight.
Yeah.
Diabetic Superman says, Shannon, do you have that Commandy Challenge limited series?
I do. It's scattered through I don't know how many boxes, but I've got the hardback of it. But I enjoyed that series. Anything Commandy, sort of like you remember the old DC Challenge series, back in the 80s, where like a different artist writer team would take over and they would just have to pick up where the other guy left off without knowing how it was going to end. But yeah, that was a good series, and the Commandy Challenge was really good. Had a lot of great artists. Neil Adams did an issue, so yeah, it was really good.
Oh, cool beans. Oh, I skipped Robert here. Robert says, Commandy comics cost more money now. I think all of them cost more money now. Yeah. It seems like. Michael Taylor says, cool Poison Ivy Swamp Thing cover. Don't Call Me Shirley says, I can only change my name twice in 14 days. I'm stuck with it. I'm going to get you easy. And ECR, he's laughing. He's laughing hot. Oh, the Jackson Roykirk says, just don't change that avatar, Hobbs. Don't Call Me Shirley says, Jenny Sparks crossed over from Wildstorm.
Wildstorm characters are actually part of the DC universe now. Yeah. And they're going to do an Authority movie. And the engineer from the Authority is going to be in the Superman movie next year.
Oh, really? I didn't know they were making a movie for him. Cool beans.
Yeah.
All right. Don't Call Me Shirley says, never, Jackson. Double A says, Michael, Burt Ward used to take martial arts lessons from Bruce. Bruce also taught James Coburn and Steve McQueen.
This is true.
Yes, sir. Mike Taylor says, Rod, go checks on the top of that book. Yeah, the red coat. Yeah. They do that with those and the Geiger books from that same publisher. They do it, and I don't know if it's some kind of homage to that or not.
I'm
But
sure it is. Somebody like to go checks.
yeah, I mean, I'm digging it. I love it. Just adds to that. Mike Taylor says, I heard a lot of good things about that Batman.
2 thumbs up. Yeah, it's a different take, but it's really good.
August Aesthetic says, besides the Twilight Zone revival, there was also a revival for Outer Limits. Not as good as the original, though. Well, that was what I found with the Twilight Zone ones, too. They're just not as good as the original. They were good, but they just were not as good as the original. Those originals, just the way they did things, to that all I can think of when I think of it is the one where what is it? It's called Eye of the Beholder, I believe. And it's the girl, she looks normal and everybody, but they film all the other people in like dark, in like silhouettes or back to, and then you find out.
That's where she's supposed to be disfigured and they did the surgery and then she turned out she was beautiful. Donna Douglas, played Ellie Mae, was the character, was the actress. And of course, they all, the, beauty was like a different, little different take in that world. So
it was just the way they filmed it and kept you in the dark, literally, so you didn't know why is this such a big problem? She looks fine, blah, blah. And then you find out.
And then you see their face and they're all twisted up. And she's like, oh God, no change.
Yeah. And I just love the way they did stuff like that throughout the series. Yeah. Incredible. It's my favorite TV show. It really is my favorite TV show. Mike Thiel says, August, I knew he taught Coburn and McQueen, did not know about Ward. Interesting. And Micah says, Secrets of Sinister House are so sweet.
Oh, yeah. It took me a while to gather all those. It was worth it.
Let's see. August Aesthetic says, Michael, Ward used to be a good friend of Bruce during that time. But when Bruce did the Hornet series, one of the cameramen made a racial slur against Bruce, which that guy quickly regretted.
I heard about that.
Yeah. Holy mackerel. And Mike Taylor says, Shannon, fantastic Sinister Houses.
Thanks, sir.
And Michael also says, interesting story, August. Yes, sir. And he also says, August, I think I heard that story. Don't Call Me Shirley says, I have been after Sinister House of Secret Love 2 and 3 for ages, Shannon. If I was to send you a self-addressed stamped envelope, I will let you lick 400 stamps just to send them my way.
Well, I'm sure you would. And what I have to say to your kind request, well, I can't say what I would say, but no.
Whoops. I'm just going out on a limb here, but I think that's a firm no.
But I do understand because it took me forever to get a lot of those early issues.
Yeah, the early ones are the hard ones to get because of they cost a little bit more, don't they?
Yeah, there are a few in there. I mean, I got some of them probably 15 years or so ago, but like the 2 and 3 and 4 were harder to find the number 1. Let's put it that way. So yeah.
Cool. Mike Taylor says, yeah, his grandmother dies and she is calling him. Oh, yeah, talking about that Twilight Zone episode. Yeah. Yes. And then the boy goes out and almost drowns, Yeah. Oh, the episode is called It's a Good Life. There you go. Good job, Michael. Good job. I couldn't remember the name of it. Good job. Double A says, yep, Michael, that's the one. B. Jackson Rourke says, my parents actually appear briefly in the pilot for Longstreet. Oh, wow. Nice. Really? Oh, now see. Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say.
Were the characters named, or just tell us which actors they were? We'll look them up.
Yeah, we want to know because I'm sure we'll be able to find it either on YouTube or in the Internet Archives or something like that. That would be cool. Michael Taylor says, "Be careful, Shirley." Maranya says, my husband's boat, the submarine USS Houston, appears in the movie Hunt for Red October, the famous flying sub scene. Cool beans.
Nice. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I love that movie. Yeah.
A lot of connections here to the movies and TV. Love it. Michael Taylor says, oh, very cool, Jackson. Yes, sir. Hey, Sleepy Reader.
Hey, Damien, glad to see you, buddy.
Great to have you with us, Damien. Hope your day is going well, my friend. Great to have you with us once again. He says, Kill Raven, the height of fashion.
Yes, you was.
And Maranya says they filmed that while he served on it in 1981 to 85. Naval footage. Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's awesome. And the Jackson Rourke says, enough already with how you dress these. Oh, jeez. Oh, no, he's picking on poor Damien here.
Already.
And Maranya says, Damien, how are you and Millie doing? Yes, we want to know. And Sleepy Rita, Damien, he says, greetings, everyone. Greetings to you, sir. Michael Taylor says, oh, very cool, Maranya. I like that movie, he says. And Damien says, Jackson, I should send you pictures. And Double M Missing Mars says, Kill Raven equals awesome. Oh, I'm looking forward to reading it. And Sleepy Rito says, Millie is expanding her cardboard box collection lately. The Jackson Rourke says, no, you shouldn't, Sleepy. Lead Paint says, Shannon, have you checked out any of the UK Planet of the Apes comics that edit those Kill Raven stories into apes?
Yeah, I've got a few of those. I don't have by no means do I have a complete run of the UK series. I probably got like the first 15 issues or so, and then I got a bunch of scattered ones. So I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I have that or not. So I might have to dig into my boxes and find out here.
All righty. And Maranya says she has to have a choice of sleeping places, Damien. Princess and the Pea syndrome, you know? And Damien's laughing about it. Awesome. Maranya says, or is it Goldilocks and the 3 beds? And Damien says, a little bit of both. Yes. Gray Man says, Wizard, the band Essential Christmas Listening. I found this thing on YouTube. They're called Holiday Spirit Productions, and they have reproduced like 1940s Christmas music and stuff that I'd never heard before. Me and my wife never heard before. I am addicted to them. So
we've already been playing Christmas music here. The 3 main ones, or at least my favorites, and I think of the kids too, is the Elvis Christmas album, Johnny Mathis Christmas, and the soundtrack from Charlie Brown Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas. Can't go wrong with those 3 right there. No, sir. And Michael Taylor says, Rod, very cool Kill Ravens and War of the Worlds. Well, thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate that. Diabetic Superman says, Rod, there's a Kill Raven Marvel Epic collection with those issues. Ah, very interesting. I want to know. August Aesthetic says, by coincidence, Rod, when you showed War of the Worlds, a local radio station played the Orson Welles Panic broadcast on Halloween night the other week. Oh, yeah. A lot of radio stations will play that War of the Worlds on Halloween, every Halloween. I used to listen to it on one of the local ones out of Rochester, New Hampshire. So very cool indeed. And the Jack Rourke says, I have a few wizards and a few I inherited from a friend. I'm looking to get rid of them. I just don't have the room anymore. I can understand. Yeah, they're heavy and they do take up room. So what do you say? You got time for some more comics?
Yeah, I can show a stack here.
All righty.
We can maybe just go into a stack for you and then try to finish up some comments.
All right. Let's see. Michael Taylor says, I was referring to the fight that didn't happen in the ballroom in the episode of Batman 66. There you go. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's funny because the box I pulled out, you showed those Detective Comics 100 pagers. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, well, I've got a box with some 100 pagers in it. And I know you're a big fan of those, and so are several other people, Higgy and especially Eric K. Uh, so here is like the original run of just the title, DC 100 page spectacular. And of course, the whole thing. It went a few issues, and then they would like do the double numbering, like the issues that were in this run and the regular title run would show up, but would have both numbers on it. So, but this is just the original run here without going into the titles. Here we have issue number 4.
Oh, yes.
A lot of theories about why they started with issue number 4. I don't know if any of them are true, and that's a long, drawn out conversation. So, okay, we got number 5, which is of course the Love Stories issue.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah, it took me a minute to find this one in a price and a grade that I wanted, but it's probably like maybe a fine minus or something like that. But a cool book.
Very
And
nice.
of course, I had to get the reprint. If you just want to read the stories, there you go. Good stuff. Here we have number 6. I know you got this one. This is a favorite.
Oh, that's a cherished book in the collection.
Yeah, I got the reprint of it. It's got the wraparound Neil Adams cover. Of course, a lot of people know the famous story. That's about the time Jack Kirby came to DC and said he hated this cover because there was no action. You can't argue that. But like I say, here's the original, and here's another copy. Since we're doing multiples, and here we have my original copy.
Oh yeah, looks like mine.
I had to wait till I got an upgrade before I could read the beginning of the story because at that time I didn't have JLA 21 and 22. Of course, that's what it reprints and a lot of other great features, Hawkman and some Golden Age stories. And this is just a very cool, one of my favorites, one of my absolute favorites. So
yeah, that's a special book in the collection.
Well, there's another copy. And here we go. Okay, like I say, it's skipped. So that was number 6. 7 through 13 appeared in the title of whatever character they were featuring, like Superman or Batman or Our Army at War or whatever. And then it went back to the numbering. And so it went back to the numbering of just the title, DC 100 pager. It went to 14. So this is number 14.
Yes.
Batman.
Another classic one.
Wildcat. Great stuff. Remember seeing this one in the house ads.
Yeah.
And there's another copy of that one. I kind of like the 100 pagers,
Yeah. I'm getting that feeling.
And this might be an original. I think this might be the ones without the cover, but it reprints a lot of old Batman.
Oh, yeah.
And got DC 18 with some Superboy action going on with Nick Cardy cover. Look at that. You got Superboy, you got Aquaman, Aqualad, Boy Commandos, the Hawk and Dove, and Sandman and Sandy. So
it's a beauty.
It's a beauty. Yep. And here's another copy of that beauty. Love the white background on this. And here we go, number DC 16 with a great Joe Kubert cover, Sergeant Rock.
Yes.
I know you got this one.
Very
Sergeant
nice.
Rock, you got Gunner and Sarge Battle Classic, Captain Storm, Mademoiselle Marie, Johnny Cloud in the Haunted Tank. All the DC War superstars in one issue. Oh, look, another issue of that. If Barry Kay's still watching, I know he's laughing right now. Here's, I think this is one of the originals I had when I was a kid. Here's number 17. This is another house ad beauty. Featuring the Justice League and the Justice Society.
Yes, sir.
Kind of folded up on the edges, but not to fear.
Yeah.
And here we go. Number DC 18 featuring Superman. Also guest starring Superman Red and Superman Blue, if you remember that one. TNT and Dan the Dynamite, the Atom, Captain Triumph. Love the Captain Triumph character and Our Man.
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Love these stories. Man.
Ah,
Like I say, they're all reprints, but hey, that's how I learned DC history.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that's how we learned, man.
There's another copy of that one. And this looks like an original. I had when I was a kid. Yeah, there's tape on the staple, so yeah, I was trying to keep the cover on it. DC 19 Tarzan was a great
Oh, very
period
nice.
cover.
Looks very familiar.
I think a lot of these Tarzan reprints were like Russ Manning, like from the Go Key uh, Tarzan.
Wow, that was one of the many, many that you sent me.
Yeah. And this is one of my favorites. I remember buying this originally. Here's number DC 20, featuring
Mm.
Batman, the origin of Two Face, the end of Two Face, for a while anyway. But we got, look at this. You got the Spectre, you got Black Canary, Dr. Midnight, and Black Hawk.
I
You got a whole history lesson right in this cover.
mean, yeah, it's just great reading. Ah,
And most of these, other than like the first few issues, is not hard on the pocket. Uh, they got some great reprints in them. So yes, Shannon is an advocate for 100 pages
that
to the point where he had to get an upgrade for
is awesome.
that. And I think this was an upgrade before that upgrade. How about that? And we got some more Superboy, number 21.
Nice.
We got the Teen Titans, Kid Eternity, another great the reprint Supergirl, and the Legion of Superheroes. So a lot of
Mm,
bang for your buck back then.
yes, sir.
Oh, look, another one. And this was an original, uh, number 22. This is actually the last issue of the 100 pagers. Got a great Nick Cardy cover with some great reprints.
Oh,
Flash,
yes. Yeah.
Golden Age Flash, Kid Flash. So really cool stuff. Might be another issue of that here. Not sure. There might be another issue of that here. I'm not sure. All right. That's all I got. Yeah, I'm kind of a fan of these books, as you will.
Oh, I can understand why. I'm right there with you, buddy. Let's see here. All right. And let's see, where did I leave off? Was that it? Yes. Okay, here we go.
Show us a stack. Show us a stack.
Oh, did you want me to show Sack now or
Yeah, that way we can maybe divvy up the comments.
okay? All right. Well, I'll show a few. I'll show a few of these, and then I got some toys that I want to show. So I'll show just a few of these. I had these pulled at one time, and I don't think I got to show them, but they're House of Mystery. Is number 121. Oh, okay. Okay. There we go. All right. There's 121. And there is number 140. I think I pulled these to show at during October, but I just didn't get a chance to. But I like these ones because they pick up the Manhunter from Mars is in this. This is number 143.
Oh yeah,
with John Jones, and I love getting
like a cartoon character fight, doesn't it?
There's number 144. I was always fascinated by this character when I saw him in Justice League, and then he left in like issue 79, I think he left, and I was like, no, where are you going? You're one of my favorites.
Yeah, I think it was like 69 or 70 when he left, actually.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
145 with a red date stamp on it. They're up by the H.
Yeah, pretty much any of those stories could have been in like in the Mystery in Space and Strange Adventures.
Hmm. Is number 146. And the 147.
Yeah, they're doing an absolute series about Martian Manhunter too. It's coming out.
Oh, really? Oh, I may have to save up for that. Here's 148. Purple cover. There we go. Finish that. Okay. Now I wanted to show some cool things I got here. Let's see. At least I think I'm cool. I hope you guys will think they're cool. I picked up another Superpowers action figure. This one with Booster Gold.
Nice.
So that'll go along with my Blue Beetle guy that I got back there. They can hang out together.
I need those two. Yeah.
And then I picked this up. I forgot to show it last week. I had it here to show last week, but I forgot to show it. And it's a replica of Aurora Light by Mobius.
Yeah.
Green Lantern, which it just looks retro, you know?
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, oh yeah, I gotta get that. So yeah. I mean, it's just pretty doggone cool, you know. And for those of us who grew up in that time period, when you see that logo, it automatically, even though it says Mobius, you're automatically thinking, you know, Aurora.
Aurora, yeah, that was the company back then.
Yeah. So it's just very, very cool. So, and I'll never open this and make it, but I just wanted to have that because that just looks so retro. And Green Lantern didn't have a whole lot of merchandise from the 60s, as I recall, you know. So it was just like, oh, that's pretty neat little gizmo to have, you know. What else did I get here? All right. This right here. You guys have often heard me talk about my childhood and the toys I played with, and one of them being Captain Action. Well, they did Playing Mantis did reproduction back in the mid to late 90s, and then with these, I was trying to see if that's who these guys were, and I don't see who did it. But anyway, into the 2000s, they did some costume sets. They did like Iron Man, Thor, Wolverine, Captain America.
Nice.
And I got the Thor one. I'd like to get the Iron Man one, but I was able to pick this one up, Captain America.
That Kirby art on the front too.
Yeah, baby. And forgive me for the glare. Oh yeah, there's a Spider-Man one down there too.
Cool.
So, but I always liked back in the 60s, the original Captain Action. They did have a Captain America costume set. And it came with a shield and everything, but this one comes with his modern shield and his old shield, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, I've been wanting to get this for a long time. So I was just so thrilled I was able to find it at a very, very cheap price. And I'm like, okay, what's wrong with it? You know, but it looks nice. And I mean, it's just too cool. So I wanted to share that with you. And then talking about my childhood again, I saw this and I had to pick this up. There used to be a toy in the mid 60s called Major Matt Mason. He was a bendable rubber astronaut with wires inside. So, you know, just like a bendy, like we used to all grew up playing with bendies. Okay. Well, he had this big friend called Captain Laser.
Oh yeah.
And I used to have one of these when I was a kid, man. And it was just like, oh wow.
Was that one of the originals? Or was that a repro?
It's I believe it's an original. They said it was vintage.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah. And it still works. Trying to read, got the thing on his butt, but it's too small for me to read. But because I had never heard of them making a repro production of it.
That's great, man. I
Oh,
love that.
oh, I can't. What did I do with the? I must not have hit the button right. Well, yeah, you gotta hold the button a certain way, and it still works. Ah, I got it to
It was
work.
working. It was working earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, the batteries are probably. I've had this thing playing with it for a while, but it was just too cool to pass up. So I splurged a little and got this. This just brings back so many cool memories for me. Uh, you know, playing with Major Matt Mason and the GI Joes and Captain Action out in the sand pile out back. It was just too much
That's
fun.
awesome. Yeah, that's one of those things. I mean, I never heard of Major Matt Mason when I was a kid. I never saw any of the toys in the store. I don't know if that was just a regional thing. Of course, I am in Kentucky, so that says a lot. But yeah, until you guys started showing that stuff, I had never heard of the characters, never heard of the toys or anything.
They were just so much fun. I mean, you can go on eBay and you can see all kinds of Major Matt Mason stuff. Of course, GI Joe stuff and Captain Action stuff too. But the thing about Major Matt Mason is the fact that it was a rubber toy with the wires inside. So
Right,
obviously, for those wires to survive from the '60s to now,
right.
yeah, doesn't happen too often. So, but every once in a while, you can find a good deal. I'm still looking for one. He used to come with a space sled, um, which was pretty cool. It looked like I don't know, like a vacuum cleaner standing up with a big base,
Yeah,
and you could wear. And he also used to come with a jetpack with a string on both ends, so you could hook it up to one side, hook it up to another, and you could fly him along the thing. So, but this came out later. This was like '68, I think. And they brought this guy out either '68 or '69, and it was just so cool to a kid who was fascinated by space and stuff like that. This was like, oh, this is just too cool. And when I saw it, man, it took me right back. It was like a nostalgia slapped me right in the face. I was like, what?
yeah. Smack
So
me anytime.
that's it. That's it. So I just wanted to share that with you guys too. So
Very
that was
cool.
really cool. So
Yeah,
all right, let's get back together again.
that's
And
great.
let's see, where did I leave off here? I just gotta look. Do, 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 do. Okay, I think it's right here. Here we go. All right, I'll let you start in. How's that?
Okay, Shirley says, and don't call him Shirley. Call J.K. Rowling Jackson. She's always looking for inspiration.
There we go. The Jackson Roarkirk, he says Hobbs.
And Bobby says, I kicked out the porch light in 1966. My mom got mad. I didn't do it again. Kung Fu.
Oh man, I could never lift my leg that high to do anything like that.
Yeah.
Michael Taylor says hi to Damien.
And Double A says that Billy Mummy episode was actually banned in some places because of the character attempting suicide, which the ghost
Right.
made him do. Top controversial to be shown in some places. Or too
Yep.
controversial, sorry.
Yep. And Maranya says, I can see that happening, August, especially that of a child. Yeah, it was a scary thing. It was scary.
And Jackson says there is a crowd that tells Longstreet goodbye near the end of the pilot. Everyone is filmed from a distance, so you can't see everyone's faces, but hear their voices and their coworkers and friends. Okay, so
Oh,
we'll have to look at the end of that episode.
absolutely. Okay, keep that in mind. Cool beans. Don't Call Me Shirley says 2 Z's. Is that what it says? 2 Z's in Wizard Gray. Follow me for more interesting pop facts.
And the Gray Man said, for some reason, we had a Christmas album by the Tijuana Brass. Hey, that's cool. I love Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass.
Absolutely, man.
I actually got an album. What was it? What was
Whipped
the big
cream?
tune he had?
Oh,
I can't remember what was the big tune, the big hit that he had.
there was Tijuana Taxi.
Yeah, something about the flea, Spanish flea. Yeah, that was one. Yeah, good stuff.
But I remember my dad having a Tijuana Brass album, and I've got a couple now in my collection as well. So absolutely.
And the Gray Man says, I was thinking that. Don't call me Shirley by lunchtime.
The Jackson Roykirk says the story calls for Longstreet to go to a school for the blind to learn how to adjust to his vision loss. The film creators tapped an organization here for the extras.
Nice.
Oh, wow. That's neat, though. Not many people
and
say
Robert says, I have World of the Worlds on CD, the radio version. Nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard it a couple times. It's still great.
It is. Can you imagine the panic it set off in the country? Incredible.
Yeah.
Eric K says, I have watched Shannon.
And Michael says, speaking of Charlie Brown, we were doing a Charlie Brown cover rating, and on England Teens, I Love Comics YouTube channel. Nice.
Oh, cool beans. Cool beans. Have to check that out. And Don't Call Me Shirley says, just a weird thing I remember, Gray. Funny what sticks in our heads.
Yeah, indeed we did, Michael. Lots of 10-cent covers Friday night. Nice.
Oh, very cool. Eric K also says, I have watched Shannon's 100-page videos multiple times. They never get old. I agree.
Thank you, kind sir.
I agree.
And Mike says, that's a great.
Go ahead. I lose track, so just
I do too.
Just kick me in the tonsils.
And Michael says that's a great and weird 100-pager. Yep.
Yeah, that was a one shot, right?
That was the first issue.
Yeah.
Four.
But did they
from there? And like I say, there's multiple theories about what happened to 1 through 3 or why they started with number 4, and it's a long drawn out story. Maybe somebody will get to the bottom of it one day.
You can look that up on what is it? Mike's Amazing World of Comics. Mike's Amazing World of Comics, and you can look up under where it says guides and go to 80-page ones, and they'll tell you the theories. Yeah, that's where I learned about it. So yeah, absolutely. Tempest from Mars says, "Ooh, nice 100 pages." Yeah.
Thank you, sir. And Don't Call Me Shirley says, I'm not a fan of just standing there covers either.
And Mike Taylor says, Maranya, my favorite was that Peanuts #1. Great cover.
Yeah, nice. And Damien says, just sitting there covers are way better. Yeah, we need to see them all sitting down.
There you go. The Jackson Roykirk says, nah, what did Kirby know?
I can see Kirby's point because I can see both sides of it because you got Neil Adams on the cover. I mean, who's not going to buy that? But you see Kirby's point because Kirby was an action guy. He just thought it was boring and all that. So, I like it just because it was DC, it was 100 pagers, it was Neil Adams. I mean, what's not to like?
And all those heroes in one place.
Yeah. And Michael Taylor says, fantastic Batman 100 pager. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. He also says, great Batman splash page on that coverless one.
Oh, yeah.
With that old logo, the old logo.
I love the old logo. And Eric K, I know it's coming. I am laughing, Shannon, at the multiple copies, but also a little idiots. Yeah, I knew he'd be chuckling in the background there.
Well, he's also saying back issue number 81 spotlights all the DC 100 pages. Definitely worth picking up. So if anybody is interested and loves them as much as we do, definitely head to Tomorrow's website and pick up back issue 81.
Yeah, I don't think you could probably pick it up in the print version anymore, but probably
Oh, really?
the digital version. Yeah, I think it's been gone for a while. You still might be able to
Ah,
find it on eBay.
that means you're going to wind up paying more.
Yeah. And Sleepy Reader says Shannon is the master of the triple and quadruple. In some cases, yeah, you're right, Damien.
Scotty Z70. Hey, great to have you with us, Scotty. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, good to see
He
you.
says, "What's up? Cartoons ended. My dad is looking for his lawnmower keys."
That sounds familiar.
Oh, Miranya says, "Hey there, Scotty."
And Sleepy saying hi to Scotty.
Scotty says, "Love reading Superboy back in the day, probably because of the Legion of Superheroes he was with."
Oh yeah, big
I
Legion
think
fan.
somebody might know a little bit about that. You know, whoop, that guy. Oh, that
Maybe.
guy.
Maybe.
Scotty also says, "Hey, Miranya and Sleepy Rita."
And Eric K says, I love how Shannon does what?
We'll never know.
Oh, there's no follow up. Okay. Hey, as long as you love something, you know.
There you go. That's all that matters. Hey, Psychotronic Spit Gun, Aaron. Hey, Aaron.
And good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, great to have you with us, my friend. He says, "Greetings, Rod, Shannon, Lady M, and the Peanut Gallery." Cool beans.
Sir.
Great to have you with us. Hope your Saturday's going well, my friend.
And Michael says, Shannon, great 100 pagers, every one of them. Thank you. I agree. No matter what condition you're in, they're great.
I second the motion. Don't Call Me Shirley says he came from the past to have adventures with his friends in the future. Hey, Scotty, love those stories. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And Ron says, greetings, Aaron and Rakenya.
Eric K says, I love how Shannon says, that's all I got. All you got, Shannon, is a lot more than I got, he says, and laughing out loud.
Yeah, I'm a hoarder. Never throw anything away.
Hoarder. Oh, and Scotty Z70, he says, House of Mystery Meat is the school cafeteria.
Whew.
Back in the day.
He's absolutely right.
Back in the day.
And Aaron says, I'm Miranda. Those House of Mysteries look great, Rod.
Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that, my friend. Scotty says, small date stamps are called raisin stamps.
Okay.
I'm learning all kinds of things here this morning.
Hey, that's what we're here about, right? And Scotty also says, when and where is the 3-pack JSA Superpowers pack going to be sold? I want it.
Now, is that I think he's talking about the one you already got.
Yeah. Yeah, you can, there you go. You can get it at McFarlane Toys. You can get it at GameStop. There's a few other places. You might be able to find it on Amazon.
Toy Wiz.
Did yours ever come in, Rod?
Not yet, but I did contact him, and I should have paid more attention to my receipt and everything, because what it does say is it does say shipping in December. So mine won't be here. Hopefully it'll be here for Christmas. It'll be a nice little Christmas present.
I wonder why it's delayed so much.
I don't know whether it's a distribution thing, maybe from McFarlane. They have, they get to sell it first, and then they get to distribute it to whoever, and maybe there's some production time involved with that. Yeah. But yeah, they did say, look for it in December. It's like, okay, long as
it's like me waiting for this book to come out.
Yeah.
They originally advertised it like last October. They said now they're saying February of next year. It'll be a miracle if it comes out.
When you get that, it's never gonna come out of your hands.
Oh my God, no, never. I'll probably be like putting like bags and putting it in encasing it in a CGC slab. I'm like, here it is.
Yeah,
finally,
I finally got it.
finally got it.
They're never taking it away.
Right. And Jackson says, here it is, the team up nobody requested, Martian Manhunter and the Impossible Man. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
And they could both shape shift. It could be anybody. They could team up anybody. Michael Taylor says, Rod, very cool. House of Mysteries. Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate that, my friend.
And he also says, very cool box art on that lantern. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what really draws me to it. It just looks like a retro thing from the 60s, man. So cool. Oh, my turn.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry about that. Don't call me Shirley. Who says who's who in who's who, Jackson?
And Jackson says, exactly.
Scotty Z7, he says, we sold Captain Action at KB when I worked there. Yeah, that's where I bought mine, was at a KB. I had the Flash Gordon. Yep, got it. Ming, yep. Green Hornet, Kato, yep. Got the Lone Ranger and Tano as well. And I think that was it of that group. The one thing that escaped me was the Phantom set, the costume and accessory set that they put out separately. I never got that, and now it's just too much money. So yeah, it's just crazy, but it's so cool.
And Damien says, will you put the Captain America on your Captain Action someday?
Probably not. Probably not. I will probably leave it like that. I actually have a vintage Captain America outfit, the costume and his headpieces. I do not have a mask or the other pieces that went with it. I'd love to be able to put together a vintage piece, a vintage collection of that someday. So maybe someday. We'll see. But thank you for that, Sleepy. Mike Taylor says, oh man, great Captain Action. Captain Action was just one of those cool toys, man. One of the top big toys back in 66, 67, 68.
And Scotty says, Matt Mason is one toy line they need to revive. Yeah.
Oh, that would be so cool. Yeah. That would be it. I'd probably wind up giving up comics for a while and just buy everything out of that line. And Sleepy Rita says, Major Matt Mason was my obsession when I was 7. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was just too. They had so much cool stuff, Shannon. They had like a space base that you could build. It was like 3 tiers high and stuff. All kinds.
I don't remember ever seeing that stuff when I was a kid. Never saw it in a catalog or a commercial or an advertisement. I don't know if it was just like a regional thing, and I didn't start seeing that stuff until several years ago when people started showing it on YouTube.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's pretty
crazy.
cool. That would have been a toy that I would have wanted.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I'm sure you would have been right along with us, enjoying it. So, whose turn is it? I forgot.
Go ahead. I don't know.
Oh, let's see. Scotty says, I had a Battlestar Galactica Colonel Warrior that was a repaint of Laserman. Oh, really? Cool. Oh, wow. I did not know that.
The old and the new one.
Yeah.
And don't call me Shirley says, don't break your toy rod. You've only had it 5 minutes. I sound like his mom.
I know. It's probably
I'm not gonna buy you another one.
Yeah, exactly. And Aaron says, very cool, Mason Rod. Thank you so much. And give me the fist bump.
And Scotty says, in Japan, they had Henshin Cyborg, which was their Captain Action. You can dress him like Ultraman, etc., and he becomes that character. Nice.
Cool beans. I like that. Michael Taylor says, I didn't have Captain Action, but did have first generation G.I. Joes in the 70s. Yeah. Nice. They were the big toys. Captain Action, G.I. Joe, Major Matt Mason. Those were the 3 biggies for me when I was a kid.
And Damon says, "Was there a major Matt Mason moon base? I remember my friends having one. That's what you were just talking about, right?"
Yeah, it was like three stories tall. It was cool, man. Just so many cool gadgets and gizmos and other astronauts that you could get. There was like, I think, a total of 3 different astronauts plus Callisto, which was a green alien. That was pretty cool. Jackson Roykirk says, yes, Rod, put your toys away when you and your little friend are finished playing. Oh, Sleepy Rita says base. Yes, you are correct, Damien. Absolutely, I remember that.
And I'm on us says, "Nice Matt Mason figure." Yep.
Cool beans. Thank you so much. And Scotty says, I still want the Star Trek Mego 8-inch bridge playset, my friend. My friend Rodney had it, and it was so much fun. Oh, cool. If I've said it before, the one toy that I want to get is the G.I. Joe space capsule, because that I had. But if I could get one other toy, it would be the Justice League playset. Remember that? Did you ever see that?
I never saw that. I saw the figures, obviously, but
yeah, the whole thing come with a Bat Cave and come with a Batmobile and Justice League members, Aquaman and Flash. Right. And I would love to have one of those. But that talk about big money.
Oh yeah. And Sleepy says, fantastic toys. Yes, sir.
Yeah, love. Michael Taylor says, great books and toys. Well, thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate that, my friend.
And Tempest says that Captain Laser looks like it just came out of the box, Doc. Very nice find.
Yep. Yeah, it is in incredible shape. So, Damien says, hi, Michael. A little late. That's all right.
And Michael says, great show as always. Had a blast, Rod, Shannon, Peanut Gallery. Have a great weekend at Upcoming Story. And cool you as well, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, Michael, for spending your Saturday with us. We always appreciate it, my friend. Scotty says the first 8-track I got was Chipmunk's Christmas album. Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave. Michael tells us next week. Yeah, we got you.
Cool beans. Michael says hi to Damien.
And Marnie says, take care, Rod, Shannon, Peanut Gallery. The nuts of the day, the foos, the studio audience, and Marania's Legion of Peanut Pets. Stay safe, warm, and hydrated. Thank you, Lady M. Always happy to see you here. Hope you have a great weekend, you and your husband.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here once again and for what you do for us. We appreciate it. Take care. And Don't Call Me Shirley says, take care, Marania.
And ECR says, adios. Y'all take care. And you too, Mike. Have a great weekend down in sunny South Texas where it's a chilly 73 degrees.
Very cool. Take care, Mike. Thank you once again, by the way. And Robin Harrison 2.0 says, I took Kung Fu lessons in grades 6, 7, and 8. Lost one fight. His name was Moose. He was a brick you-know-what house. I can understand that.
And No Cover says, see you, Mike.
Easy Comic Reader with the fist bump. There we go.
And Psychotronics Work Gun Aaron says, peace out, Mike.
Michael Taylor says, hi to Aaron.
And Eric K says, nothing wrong with being a comic hoarder. Thank you. I'm glad.
And you know me, I don't have any room to talk about anybody else hoarding comics. The Jackson Roykirk says, except for when it's time to move.
It might be a while for that.
Yeah, I don't think
I'll be. It's Sunday now in Oz. It's still 90 minutes until Cover Slingers. Will I make it? Yeah, it's 2:40. We probably need to cut out of here so we won't cut into Rob's show.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks in a row. Unfortunately, I got to send him an apology. So Scotty says,
And
I was at GameStop yesterday and they didn't have it. And the guy working there had no clue it was such a thing. They might be on the tail end of the distribution again, like
yeah,
my guys.
but I hate that stuff. You go and you know the thing is out, and you go to some place. Oh, I've never heard of that. What is that? You know, like, come on, people.
This is your job.
This is your job.
You had one job.
You had one job. And Michael said, yeah, they did a great job on those reissues Captain Actions. I'm sure they cost big money now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't looked at them to see if they do or not. My guess is they probably do, but that Phantom outfit thing, I think I have the Kubla. What's his name? Kubla Singh or something like that. I think I have that figure as well, which was the bad guy for the Phantom, but they never came out with a boxed Phantom one.
Gotcha.
So buggers. The Jackson Rourke says, looks over there. Oh wow, the line to get into cheap comic collectors claim sale is already heading down the street. Get in line for some fabulous deals, folks. Absolutely. Get over there, get a front row seat at Triple C's claim sale. You can't beat it. Comic books, we're talking Bronze Age and in sometimes Silver Age for $2. You can't beat that, man. Free shipping. Free shipping.
There you go.
So definitely get over there. Say hi to Rob. Say hi to Aaron and the rest of the chat gang over there. Bunch of great people. And enjoy yourself. Get some cool comics. Now,
Absolutely.
go now.
Forget about us. Scotty says, speaking of space toys, I had Star Team toys in the 70s. Zim 21 was a chrome robot body alien with green head, and Zeroid was a robot friend of his. I had a UFO Starhawk with another Zeroid.
Zeroids. You didn't see Zeroids either?
No.
Oh, yeah. I had Zeroids too. I had one. I had the brown one, the brown Zeroid, but it was still cool. It was like a robot, and he came in like this sphere type of thing, which was his spaceship type of thing. Very cool indeed. I had forgotten all about that, Scotty. Thanks for reminding me. Zeroids, baby. You can see the comic ad. They have comic ads too, and some of the Silver Age at the end of the Silver Age.
I think that you say that. I think I might have seen some of the ads.
Yeah. Very cool indeed. Oh, wow. Tempest from Mars says, I had those Star Team figures as well, Scotty. Cool beans.
Nice. And Michael says, Scott, which Rodney?
I think he was talking about a childhood friend. I'm guessing. Don't Call Me Shirley says, Lego space toys were fun way before Michael Jackson started stepping on them. Ow. Very cool indeed.
And Scotty says, Tempest, did you have their Darth Vader? My cousin had that. I called him Nicotine, Lord of Deathstroke.
Nicotine, Lord Deathstroke. Scotty says, Michael Taylor, Rodney Beck. He moved away in 4th grade. There you go. Childhood friend. Yeah. Hey,
Rob, yeah, great show, guys. Thank you very much. And head now. Now. Wherever he's at, head to Rob's show and get in on that claim sale.
Absolutely. Tempest from Mars says, Scotty, Z70s. Yes, I think I still got him in a box somewhere. I'm not talking about that Rodney guy.
I hope not.
No.
Child endangerment. And Tempest says, we'll shut up now, Doc. Have a good one, everyone.
Oh, you guys have been great today, as always. This chat been popping today, and I love hearing the stories, as I know Shannon does. We get talking about stuff. It's just a lot of fun, man. You guys make it fun.
And No Comment Shirley says, free shipping to Australia? I thought not.
Oh, ouch. Yes. I'm sorry, man. Robert Harrison says, until next time. Happy trade. Take care, Bob. Check him out. Robert Harrison 2.0. He'll give you some movie reviews on what he watched for movies this past week. He also shows some comics and plays some great music on there. I love the music as well. So definitely check out his channel. And Michael Taylor, go ahead.
He says, I was telling Triple C that when I'm financially ready, I may take part in some of his auctions. Awesome. Yeah, I just got the indication that Rob was going live now, so people head on over there to his claim sale, if you would.
Get a front row seat. You won't be disappointed.
Right.
And Don't Call Me Shirley says, what should I do in between now and Slingers? Over there, Triple C. Oh, and that should do it for us. It looks like that's going to clean up the peanut gallery for another week. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us once again.
Yeah, I'm especially grateful that I got to be on here today, because it doesn't seem like Saturday unless we're here yakking about comics and toys and childhood memories.
We'll see. We got Sleepy Reedy saying Reed, Ken, Mike, Shirley, and Jackson saying bye to friends. Goodbye to you, Jackson. Have a great week. I Am One of Us says thank you for a great rest of your weekend, and you guys have a great weekend yourself.
Absolutely.
And Damien says goodbye, guys. Damien, thank you so much for popping in, my friend.
Thanks for being here, buddy. Yeah.
Cool bean. And the Jackson Roykirk, what is that? Oh, he's pulling the plug. He's pulling the plug. And he says, until next week when I have my name back. There we go. We look forward to it. So there we go. What do you got going on this weekend, buddy? Anything?
Yeah, I got a music gig tonight, and then we're going to meet back up in the same town and play dress up so we can do some promo picks for a promo pack we're putting together. Get some better gigs and get some more good money. But a big part of it is going to go back into this. So there's always a reason. And it's the best reason. Now, I use that money just for all kinds of things. Just put back for rainy days, Christmas. Get ahead on a bill. So yeah, it comes in handy. Other than that, I'm just going to relax for a while and just take it easy. How about yourself?
No, I'm just going to kind of relax. I might have to make a dump run, and then I'm going to get this wood stove cranking, baby.
There you go.
So, Great Man says there's a free slinger spot open if anybody wants it. So if anybody hears it and you want to get involved, get over there and take part. You'll have a fun over there. So,
oh yeah.
And I Am One of Us says the plug is pulled. There we go. Well, all right, that does it for us. We'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll do it all over again. Hope you see you all here, and we'll have a whole lot more of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
As am I, my friend.
All right,
guys.
All right, brother. Take care. Have a great week, and we will see you soon. We'll talk. Let's see.
We'll talk.
Outro. Here we go.